I still have mine from the other day, so if anybody wants it.
Flynn?
I got one already.
Leaderboard? Question mark, question mark, question mark, because we don't know her name yet.
I'm good. I don't remember.
Okay, so for just a recap, who wants to take care of it? Oh, there you go, Matt. Go for it.
Yeah, I can do it. So if I recall correctly, Thalia and them, Thalia and then I believe it was someone else was in the room with the Enclave higher ups and somehow got out of that alive without a fight. by the grace of the frog god, that there wasn't a fight. And then they basically got out of there, traveled a little bit to where it was like a little bit of a safe distance, and then Thalia left with the squire, I believe, if I recall correctly. Or did the squire stay?
Mia left with
Okay.
Talia.
Yeah.
Reluctantly, she was really bummed out about it.
Yeah, so the two of them left from the party. The rest of the party started making their way back to... Crap, what city was it?
Tilly.
Making their way back to Tilly. And then on their way to Tilly, they came across some bandits dragging a gray-skinned woman towards a house. Fight broke out, and during that fight, a giant spider creature broke out of the house and basically helped take care of the bandits. Later on, that ended up shown up to be Alex, who kind of introduced himself to the party a little bit and stated that he was part of the Enclave, but he is deserting them, and took his opportunity with the party of dogs that were leaving to go ahead and leave with them, if nothing else, to the enemy of my enemy is my ally scenario. And that's where we kind of left off, if I recall correctly.
Correct. There was a slight passage of time, not much, from startup to ending, as you all kind of met under some degree of battle circumstance. Pushing out to Tilly, I believe we ended scene with Cody, Orange Feather, coming out of his shop titled the Thunder Griffin, as he greets you all with a hearty hello, welcome back.
Didn't you also say the army was missing in front of the town?
Was it
You're
Hardy?
right.
I thought he was kind of depressed that he saw us.
Yeah, he was depressed that he saw us. He was like being a Karen.
Welcome back. And yes, a slight piece of information: the outside little camp is hollowed out. It is completely empty.
And the neighbors were still the citizens were still hating on us.
Citizens were still hating on you. We haven't quite got that far. I don't believe I mentioned anything about that last time we played.
Yeah, you said they were just slamming the shutters closed and doors closed.
Oh, yes. Whether
Normal hating.
So your interpretation was they hated you, so they slammed it. Okay, go ahead.
The normal hating, because they don't know us.
Fair enough. Fair enough. The normal, yes. Get off my lawn.
Mm-hmm.
As Cody says, welcome back. Hey, how you been? I see new faces too.
Yes, we were hoping to have some rest here in Tilly. What happened?
Well, I mean, you've been gone for like a couple days, right? I think.
Yeah, we thought the camp would still be here, stationed.
Yeah, about that. So a lot of stuff happened. Well, not really. Kinda. It sorta did. You see, well, the beast, he got this tip, you see. He sorta, I don't know. I think he personally kind of reacted pretty quickly, right? I think. I don't know. I'm not one to really determine that. Well, the beast said he was gonna go north, said something about the shores and somebody telling him about spotting some ships. There's what's weird, right? Is there's no docks up there, you know, and ships is odd, kind of on the northern front. Typically, all of our all imports come in from Shalathamar, you know. You see, well, what I find really interesting, right, is he mentioned, like, I asked him, how does he know this? This is my home, right? I'd like to have him here, right? So they're gone. They went, and some apparent Furbolg told him some information, and he's gone. That was yesterday, right? Yeah, yesterday, I believe. Yeah, it was about yesterday.
Speaking of Fearbogs, I fear we have some news on your friend.
Friend? Which one?
Your uncle?
Yes, and what about him?
It seems the ship that he was chartered went down in the ocean or sea, whatever it is.
Are you sure? I mean, I'll be honest. Although he does frequent trade, he's not one for water. Are you sure he was on the ship?
You mentioned he was going to Charlotte-Thumar for a boat, and they mentioned that the only boat that was departing did go down.
As Cody kind of laughs a little bit, or at least not laughs, but he kind of chuckles, like, huh, "Yeah, he does do trade, right? But oh man, my uncle, he's terrified of the water, irrational fear of giant squids. Are you?
Oh.
Do you have proof that he went on the ship, or was he talking with someone maybe that was on the ship?"
It's just that you told us he was going to Charlotte-Thumar for a boat.
Yes, of course. I mean, boats come in all the time, right? That's kind of how we get stocked up on goods. Like, I tell you what, this new brand or this new porter from the Luxstrom Brewing Company, they're currently sending out some seasonal flavors featuring hardy crops from the Northeast. I got a bottle inside, and obviously that gets imported, right? Like, you know how imports work.
Well, perhaps, if you don't mind, we could come in and settle ourselves.
Oh, of course, right? Yeah, that makes sense. So, hi, who are you? As he points over to the old, decrepit man.
The name's Bellix.
Oh, hi, Bellix. Hi, I'm Cody. Cody Orangefeather. This is my establishment. The Thunder Griffin. Welcome to Tilly. I'm kind of he's looking over and he's kind of rubbing the back of his neck a little bit as he seems to be a little not shy, but he doesn't make direct eye contact all the time when he speaks to you guys. Well, welcome in. You're welcome to come in. And who are you? Pointing to the I don't want to say dressed in rags, but dressed in modest accommodations. Female, right, Caleb?
Yes, appears so.
Cool.
I was called Penitence by my former guardians.
Penitence, right? That's very pretty. Nice to meet you. I'm Cody. Right? Yeah, I'm Cody. Orange Feather. Welcome to my home / business / library / everything, really. Art studio. Yeah, it's kind of all in one, right? But yes, you're right. You hungry? You thirsty? I can crack open that Luxstrom, that porter, real quick. Maybe we can talk it together. I'm sure my current bookworm is eager for some more company.
That would be lovely.
Fantastic. Perhaps perhaps you guys can share stories. He seems to be quite eager to learn. Okay? Yeah. I'll tell you what. Come inside as he kind of beckons you all in.
And Sirach will start ushering him in, and as Bellix and Penitents are passing, she'll say, "You get used to Cody."
I suppose everybody's a little strange in their own way.
He is long-winded sometimes, but you can bear with him a little bit.
Not the squirreliest person I've ever met, so he's fine.
As you begin to enter inside the Thunder Griffin, the typical usual things. Don't mind the inside of this map, but as you look around, once again to your right is kind of like the library section. The back right is kind of the dining section, and then you have your upstairs. You have your left, which is kind of the shop section. But as you make your way inside, you hear the sounds of books being placed on shelves or removed from shelves, and kind of pages kind of turning. Kind of on the other side of the bookshelf. Kind of like if you ever gone to the old school libraries, where you have that bookshelf in the middle that's double-sided, But the books have spaces in between where you see kind of glimpses of the current bookworm, as Cody had mentioned, still on the inside of this establishment. And as you all kind of like move over, you'll see one of the books kind of getting pulled inwards away from you, revealing a face at face level. And I would say, Siraki, you're by far the one with the best view right now as you kind of glimpse over. I mean, as this book gets pulled off the shelf, it's dusty, but as it gets pulled off the shelf, you stare directly into the eyes of this face. And what does Siraka see?
So they see this black metallic face with two blue eyes that are glowing, like a dark sapphire blue. And they're on the other side of the bookshelf.
They're on the other side of the bookshelf, correct?
Yeah. So they pull the book off, and there's a look of kind of surprise on their face of they weren't expecting more people. And he would look at the book, and then he kind of just puts it back into the spot to cover the hole back up.
Is this a tall individual?
Yeah. He'll come around the bookshelf to see them. And whenever you see them come around, you see a 6'6", 6'7" metallic figure. Looks like they're covered in armor that is black and trimmed in gold. The plate armor. And they have a metallic bird on one shoulder. And one of their arms looks normal. The left arm looks like normal proportionate size. The right arm is a massive fist. And they have a hood up and a cloak. Very much a black and gold motif to it. And the bird looks like it's made out of like tarnished copper or bronze and like bits of steel or iron for the wings. It looks reminiscent of a hawk, but like, it's definitely clockwork in nature. And with the face, you're not sure if it's a helmet or if it's a face that's looking at you. And he just says, hello, Cody, I didn't know we would have guests. What are you?
Correct. Yeah, sorry. They just came in. This is these guys, right? Hi, Siraka.
No.
I'm sorry, Siraka. Did I say? Is your name not Siraka?
No. Why do you have a warforged here?
Oh, well, I don't exclude anyone that is willing
She'll
to
draw
spend...
her staff and point it directly at.
Oh, whoa! Slow down. Hold on.
Fair, and Wrath kind of has his hands up. I'm not like most other Warforged.
You look well enough like them to me.
sadly, my kin, for lack of a better term, have kind of been turned into killing machines for the Empire.
And how do I know
like to
you're not one of
create
those killing
things.
machines?
If I was, wouldn't I have attacked you and not be in here studying books? And if you like, and he'll kind of move to the side, and behind him, you see on a table there are just stacks of books that he's been reading, and like half open, like opened. Some of them are over there.
Soraka, this is not a place of violence. No, please, calm down. He's been here for about 24 hours. I'm sorry.
I need to excuse myself. She runs out the door.
As the door slams behind Soraka, Wrath standing there mid-introduction, everyone else is able to visually see, or damn, did I see your name?
Yeah, it's cool.
Visually seeing this dark, metallic, black and goldish kind of figure, whose token, by the way, is on the table now.
There's one other thing that you would see now that he's kind of moved a little bit and the cloak's not like wrapped around him. On his armor, there's metal engravings on it in the semblance of like tattoos, and on the massive metal fist, as like a knuckle guard on it, it looks like the side profile of a warhammer that's been pocked and damaged by acid. And on one arm, etched into it in this gold and silver like flowing together, it says Metal One. On another section of it, there's like a cluster of stars of the constellation, a tree going through different phases, a type of lily, and there are there's another one of like fists, like fist bumping. And the one thing that is missing, if y'all have ever seen from Warforged before, is he doesn't have a serial number anywhere on his like chest piece where it would be at.
I'm truly sorry. I didn't expect that, right? I'm sorry. I can go. Let me go talk to her. In the meantime, everyone, food over there. Table. Help yourself. I'll be right back. As Cody hastily exits the library section, as he beckons you over to the sit-down section, which conveniently has some finger foods already on it and a bottle of Luxstrom Porter, freshly popped. So let's do this part first. Let's go to the table, and then we'll talk about Cody and Soraka in a minute. So as everyone would kind of look in that direction, a little bit dumbfounded, I would imagine, and in the presence of this, quite honestly, giant heaping mass of metal, you're welcome to go ahead.
All right, Flynn's gonna walk up to the table and he's gonna grab a cheese and cracker and he's gonna try. Hey Flynn, we got pepper jack over here. It's pretty good. And Flynn's gonna look over at Wrath and I'm like, hey, you want some? Oh wait. And he's gonna continue to eat.
No, I do not require sustenance like you biologicals do. And don't get crumbs or cheese on my books.
Interesting. Mind if I take a look?
Wrath goes over and like pulls some of the books that he's been currently reading. They're like history tomes off to the side. Yeah. Just not those, but the rest you can. They're like the tomes he pulls off to the side are like history tomes, and then other like crafting tomes about like, you know, blacksmithing techniques, tinkering stuff, things like that.
Absolutely. You know what? Are you Flynn? My apologies. Are you looking for anything?
I'm looking into insight on what Wrath is and like what he does just by looking at the books that he was been reading.
I tell you what, why don't you roll me an insight, and I'm gonna compare that to like, you know, trying to add two and two together to kind of see what he's all about at a surface level.
Oh, that's a 3.
A 3. You know what? He's big. He's metallic. You would assume that he's definitely a Warforged. They're not unheard of. They are increasingly rare these days. However, the current atmosphere and the buzz on the street is that they're becoming more and more seen in public, typically under the banner of the Holy Empire. At a base level, and this is common knowledge to everyone, the Clockwork Wars that happened ages ago, that whole spiel, which made kind of Warforged more on the obsolete side of the equation. So whatever those links are, he is black. He's different. He's quite finely. He seems to be pretty custom in visual appearance from what you would read about. And he's also missing his serial number, which I'm going to go ahead and say would most likely be known that these clockworks are branded like a craft number, serial number or code of sorts. His code is missing. Whether it's scuffed off, shined off, or filled in, that's up to Wrath decide, regardless of which,
It was just never there.
Yeah, so whether it's his custom things or not, you don't know, but he does seem to be mechanically adept based on the material he's choosing to read from. You know what? Why don't you roll me a perception check, please, Flynn?
14.
14. He tells you to essentially, not to touch those fucking books, whatnot. But as you kind of look down the bookshelves, one of the books he puts back on the shelf does seem to show what looks to be, I don't want to be too cryptic here. The cover itself is not like, it seems to be of some degree of magical knowledge of sort. The book isn't magical, but it seems to have, like wands and you or some shit like that.
So Flynn's gonna go and kind of read it, and it's like a pyromancies for dummies. Huh. Interesting.
You pick up the book, and it's hardy. It's pretty thick. I would say easily like a Encyclopedia Britannica. It's pretty thick and heavy and old. It is a little dusty. The cover itself is worn, although the pages don't seem to have been read all that often. You go to grab it, and you open up to the first, chapter where it says pyromaniacs and pyromancy for dummies. But as you continue to skim through, there does seem to be a section that you kind of turn to, and it's got a picture of this kind of ritualistic effigy, circular in nature. I don't want to say pentagram because that's too cliche, but think of the pentagram, at least some sort of demonic kind of a view thing, and it has a name on it, and that name is Zeromus.
Okay. And Flynn's gonna kind of close up the book, and he's just gonna kind of ask him, so what's your story, Wrath? Like, how'd you end up all the way out here?
Well, it involved a boat. Why do you want to know?
Never seen a Warforged before. Just thought I'd ask.
I just wanted a change of scenery. And Wrath kind of goes back, and you see that, like, off to the side from the table was like a regular chair that turned into splinters when his big ass sat down in it. So there was like a reinforced chair that was put together that Wrath was sitting on, and he goes back over by his table, and he starts kind of like clearing the table and putting books back, except for like a handful to make room for like everybody else.
Absolutely. As everyone else would also just kind of see Wrath being surprisingly, what's the word? I don't want to use the word respectful, but he seems to be very aware of your need for table space, and he's kind of tidying it up, which, Warforged are typically of their own creators. You know, they tend to be programmed a certain way. This one seems to have some degree of free will. You know, so that would be something to be acknowledged. As you look at all of this going on, Bellix, in front of you is, you know, the finger food, some crackers, some cheddar on there, some different types of cheese, some fucking, I forgot what Flynn said before, pepper jack.
Pepper jack.
Yeah, so there it lies in front of you. You'll see kind of Flynn asking Wrath these questions as that happens in real time. You'll hear muffled sounds from beyond the door where Cody and Soraka has left. And you kind of stand there with Flea and Penitence.
He'll just kind of look over Flea and kind of look at Flea, not really seeing a rat person up front and close and all stuff before. Just kind of look at Flea a little bit, roll his shoulders, and just go take a seat, grab some finger food.
Sure. You sit down, and the chair is slightly splintered as it kind of slides back. You hear the kind of wood on wood slightly as you push your chair back with your thighs and pop a squat. You reach over the table. A book is kind of in your way to get to the finger food, and that's when that book kind of gets pulled to the side as Wrath is, you know, pulling that book out of your way, clearly making room for you. And you reach forward to some Ritz and crackers. You take a bite. The cheese is soft as your teeth kind of just easily glide through it, as it is a softer cheese, followed by the nice solid crunch of a quite a wonderful cracker beneath. The flavors explode in your mouth. Yes, right.
Frog, did you say Bellix's chair was like damaged in some way, or was it just old?
Slightly splintered.
Pardon me, I didn't catch your name. Sir, I can fix the chair a little if you would like me to have a more comfortable seat.
He'll just kind of glance over and kind of go, it's like, the seat's fine. The name's Bellix.
Pleasure to meet you, Bellix. And then Wrath just goes and puts the book back.
While this interaction happens, Penitence, you see everything that we've discussed going on. What does she wish to do?
She is very shy and kind of staring at the food, not entirely sure if she should partake or not.
You stand there, timid, as the sunlight kind of breaks through the window nearby, kind of almost shining directly on the table. Wrath's arm clips some of the sunlight and it reflects a dark, like sunlight through black glass, almost sort of kind of reflection, kind of also enhancing the golden trim that he has on his person. The glint kind of hits your eye sharp for a moment, but just shows he maintains. He seems to be quite proud of his skin, I guess is the way to say it.
He's definitely proud of his armor, and you can tell that it's been well maintained. There's a lot of modifications to it. It's not a standard suit of armor. I mean, the more you look at it, the more you see there are some clockwork intricacies to it of like pneumatic rams in places that kind of jut out, and like some linkages of stuff where he's tinkered with it.
Absolutely. As Penitence kind of surveys the room and kind of tries to acclimate to the atmosphere, Flea, you yourself see Flynn, who's beckoned you over to the table, just munching and chomping away. Well, once again, as Wrath is fucking with his books and making it clear, and Bellix is sitting down and also partaking in the snacks. What's Flea doing at this moment?
Flea's just looking at the pepper jack cheese, and his mouth is just like a little bit up. You just see like the saliva's just coming down. So he walks over, and he turns his tail into like almost, I guess he would pull it like right here, and then starts curling it up to make it look like a little platter, and he's just loading the cheese on there and grabbing some crackers and then just walking up into a corner. Oh great, a walking trash can.
As you grab your cheese,
What is Flea? Hold on, is Flea a like were-rat or a rat person?
he's a
Rat folk.
rat folk of sorts.
Cool. Wrath is definitely going to stop and look at that because he's never seen one before, other than like it gives him PTSD flashbacks of the steward, of something in his past. And for a split second, there's like static that crackles on that big ass gauntlet before it goes away. As he like comes out of it. Because you, like anyone would see him kind of get like a stare for a second.
Flea, what's your passive percept?
Passive is 11.
You know what? You're hungry. You're salivating. Wrath is directly behind you. You'll hear a slight crackle, but you kind of look over your shoulder, and the crackle has gone away at that point in time as you sit in the corner, and you kind of just start doing your little rat shit. Absolutely. As this meet and greet is happening, we're going to rewind the clock about 5 minutes as slam, the door closes, and Cody comes outside. Soraka, I'm sorry. Are you okay?
She's like in the corner of like the building and the wall, just like leaning up against it, like hyperventilating, grabbing her chest.
Do you need medicine? Are you sick? Did you eat the stew?
How could you let a warforged in your house?
I mean, this is a place of business, right? It's kind of how I keep my roof over my head and claim to have money.
Those are machines of violence.
You're right. I've read those books too, but he came in some degree of peace, right? I mean, he would have killed me by now, don't you think?
I don't know. I've seen what they can do personally.
What do you?
It's not pretty.
What do you mean? I don't understand. Isn't their kind practically extinct up until recently?
There's a lot of them up north. That was my mission before, and they slaughtered everyone.
Slaughtered? I know what you mean, but I don't understand. When? Was this a dream?
No, it wasn't. I wish it was a dream.
As she just goes back to like hyperventilating.
He is going to try to pacify you somehow by putting his hand on your shoulder. Soraka, please breathe. Calm down. This is Tilly. We are nice here. I if he hasn't harmed me, I swear he's a sucker for great conversation. Maybe if you would try talking, it'll maybe make you feel different.
She starts to calm down a little bit. Come to her senses, realizing that he hasn't been violent since she started and she hasn't come after him, so she's kind of slowing her breath down a little bit.
I wish there was something I can do. How about some porter?
If you have a bottle, please.
Yes, but if I let you in, you're gonna be okay, right? I mean, I appreciate you and I respect you, but I also respect my potential patrons, right? Are you gonna be okay?
I think I can be okay. I'll keep my distance for now.
I'll tell you what. Because of this inconvenience that I have unintentionally burdened you with, the first porter is on me. Okay?
Thank you, Cody.
No problem, Soraka. And kind of puts his hand back on your shoulder. It's gonna be okay, right?
I hope so. As she starts wiping some premature tears from her eyes.
Okay. Let me. I'll tell you what. I'll give you 30 seconds to like a minute. All right. Let me go inside and make sure everyone's okay.
Okay. Thank you, Cody.
You're welcome. Right? Yeah. Okay. I'll be right back. And he kind of goes inside. Door closes, and you're alone, and the wisp of wind kind of just crests through your hair and your cloak and your flowing clothing. It's chilly at first, but kind of it's almost like when you sweat and you feel that kind of cool breeze glance across your sweat and it feels kind of nice. You get kind of one of those situations going on.
She kind of like collapses to the ground, not like blah, but like in between her knees, just like head between her knees, kind of just trying to build up the courage to go in.
You'll hear from the inside, Soraka, everything's okay, right?
Okay, Soraka, you can do this.
And she'll slowly enter.
So for everybody else, last 30 seconds, Cody would have come inside and been like, Soraka's okay, everyone just leave her alone, let her be, let her do her thing. Just understand that she's kind of sensitive to wrath right now. My apologies, wrath, right?
Yes, I'm sorry I caused a problem in your establishment. And Wrath kind of like puts like the last of the books that he had out, so like the table's completely cleared off. And he kind of looks at the rest of the group. Maybe I should leave, or
No. Paying customers always stay. I insist. This is a friendly environment. This establishment is meant for everybody. We don't turn anyone down out of respect and monetary gains. But here she is. As you approach the table, Soraka, you'll see Flea in a corner, and as like the bookshelf kind of moves to the side, so you can see everybody else slowly unveiling. So you'll see Flea in the corner first. You'll see Penitence kind of like standing up, being very, very, to herself and very cautious and, head bobbed a little down in a very kind of, I don't want to say enslaved way, but she seems to be very reserved at this current moment in time. You'll see fucking Flynn and Bellix kind of just munching away. And the last person to be unveiled is Wrath, who, in my head, is currently standing up and pulling out a chair for you, Soraka.
And then like he pulls the chair out, and then immediately like he steps back to like another corner and like snaps, and his hawk like flies back over and lands on his shoulder. And he kind of just reaches up and pets the bird. Which is kind of it looks funny seeing a big robot being daintily petting a metallic bird, but then I'm sorry if I upset you. I know the Empire has kind of turned my kind into killing machines, but I'm not like that. I like to create things. I make joy here. And that he pets the hawk. Its name is Joy. So, yeah, we'll get into that later.
I do hope so. As if you moved away from the table, she will take that seat, and like her hood is still kind of covered from when she met Penitence, and she kind of is breaking like line of sight, but trying to keep eyes on you at the same time.
As Cody steps in, yay, friends, right? All right. Lundstrom wine. Anyone? Porter. As he kind of points around.
Flynn's kind of just raise his hand and give a little nod.
That's one. Anyone else? Right? Pointing to Soraka. First one's on me, right?
Yes, Cody.
Anybody else? Miss Penitence?
I'm okay.
Cody, to mull things over, how about the first round of porters will be on me?
Oh, how generous. Yes, of course, right?
Wrath
Awesome.
has a lot of fucking money left over from the Tuesday tables. We never got to spend gold.
Fair enough. As you say this, I'll tell you what. If you'd like, as he tries to upsell you. Bottle, 2 golds, the whole thing, right?
Sure. Let's do 2 bottles.
Sold, Porter. As he kind of pulls out with some glasses. Here you go. Go
And
ahead and
Wrath,
adjust your gold accordingly, my friend.
I will. So 4 gold total.
Sure.
While this is happening,
Go ahead.
Sirocco will kind of lean over to Flynn.
Are you old enough to drink?
What could possibly go wrong?
I do remember a certain someone trying to sleep with me.
That was all you, not me.
We are staying at the same establishment. But no wine for you.
I want wine.
Would you prefer I thunder wave you again?
This conversation. Oh, go ahead. I'm sorry. What'd you say, Flynn?
I said fine.
As the exchange of alcohol to gold is, finalized, in front of you are enough glasses for everyone. As Wrath holds a bottle of seasonal Luxstrom Porter in his hands.
Who would like a drink?
Bellix will just kind of put his cup over to get some.
Wrath will kind of just very trying to be careful. I'll let someone else open this, and he just sets the bottle down. But it doesn't have like a cork or like a pop top. Frog.
It's like one of those metal things you pop out, and it has like a hinge system on it that you can literally like metal clasp back on.
Okay.
It's fancy for this area.
Okay, yeah, he'll pop it open with one hand, with his he'll set it down and try and. Bellix, can you hold it? I'm afraid if I try and hold the bottle with the right hand, it'll crush. And then he'll pop the little thing open.
Absolutely.
What is left?
As you go around the table to the individuals that are interested in this, acknowledging and remembering the conversation that Soraka had with Cody, knowing that she wanted one, you make your way over to Soraka's glass as you are about 3 feet away, getting ready to pour her glass for her.
Ma'am, is it okay if I pour your glass?
Referring to me?
Actually,
Soraka.
Soraka at this point.
Okay, gotcha. Okay.
She slides her glass along the table, but you can see her hands are like visibly shaking.
Wrath will pour her a glass, and then step back.
Pardon me.
Thank you.
What about the young one there? And Wrath points at Flynn.
Oh, pass for now.
Good, this stuff isn't good for you. I had a friend who drank too much, and then he fell asleep in his own vomit. I had to carry him away from there.
Go ahead.
Then he'll turn to penitence. I've never actually been introduced. Would you like a glass?
No, thank you, please.
Okay. And then he'll just set the 2 bottles, he'll set the open bottle next to the unopened one in the middle of the table. And then he just kind of stands there off to the corner.
As Cody re-enters the room. Hi guys, I'm back. Did you miss me? As he kind of laughs at his own dry humor joke, which clearly didn't go over with the crowd. And he'll kind of rub the back of his neck. And okay, so shop's open if you're interested. The beast, he kind of sighs loud as he says, after he says the beast. You know, I told him I only had 4 scrolls left of these animations, and boy, I hope I don't have to use them. It's just strange, right? To be kind of, I feel like I can't go to bed. It's weird. The task that I have to do. I shouldn't have to protect this town by myself, right? I really hope they come back. This is terrible.
Wrath is raising his hand in the back to like get Cody's attention.
Wrath, do you need something, right? Anything?
Could you refresh my memory on who the beast is? I'm still new and trying to remember everything you've told me about this.
Understood.
Place.
I'm so sorry. You're right. We were talking in passing when the rest of the group came here. The beast. He was. He's the emissary. The lieutenant from the Holy Empire. He was training our local to defend our town because we keep on getting bombarded by this really evil situation. It's hard to explain and put it into words, but they're very scary, and sometimes they're very big. And I have these 4 scrolls of animation left for the golems outside to defend us, but they're only one-time use. And he's gone now, and I don't know how I'm going to be the only one, apparently, to defend this town.
First of all, fuck the Empire. Second, don't ever put your faith in them.
Yeah, well, they're all the way over there, right? And they've been helping us for the past couple weeks. It's just recently they left, right? To the north. But I told you about my uncle. He was missing, and he went, you know, apparently Fairy said this furball went north or something. Remember? Right?
I don't know. I just imagine Wrath doing that, like, oh,
As
I just got here.
So Cody is clearly like he seems to be a little on the high strung side, you know, and a little bit of anxiety. You know, he's rubbing in the back of his neck a lot. He's kind of sighing here and there, and on his hip you'll see like a scroll carrying case, and he's attached to his hip, and it's got like 4 scrolls hanging out the side a bit. To those that have seen these scrolls before, you would recognize what they are, what they do from the last encounter that was here, i.e. Godzilla fight amongst Golem and a Baelor of sorts, crashing into stuff and things, and crazy death and destruction. But that's flashback for View My Past, YouTube. Anyway, so so there's that. But yeah, Cody's just he's a little off, you know, and he seems to tap his foot a little bit. He scratches his neck and rubs it. But yeah, how silly of me. Frary, the beast, he was able to put some things on the shelf. Everyone give me perception checks.
15.
7.
11.
I miss Asher's fucking perception.
19.
Awesome. I'm going to link, and you can rate your own checks against this here. Give me a hot second. Loot for the Dogs of War. There is the link to the Thunder Griffin, as there seems to be some new things on the shelf for the people that have been in here before. As you scan the room, there are 2 things that seem to be heightened. And one of them seems to be this adorned half plate that just kind of sits in a very viewable location, along with this what seems to be like a nice light crossbow that also rests just under that same piece of armor. Outside of that, everything else seems to be shelved away as it normally would in a place like this. Give you guys a minute or 2 to review that. If you wish to engage in conversation, you are more than welcome to do so.
We do appreciate it, Cody. We were looking to restock as well. Do you happen to have any rations?
Yeah, of course, rations. We don't have actual, like, you know, kitchens, but I believe Frary took what he needed to conduct his mission. So I believe he gave us a barrel. I'm not sure if they're meat or berries. But give me a minute, okay? I can check.
Thank you. And if I may offer, you seem very tense, and if you would like to take a night's rest, we can certainly watch over the town.
I appreciate it. Right. Thank you. Truly, I just I don't know you that well, and I was tasked with this, and to be honest, I don't know if I could sleep with, hearing that my uncle may have been seen, but then you're telling me he went down. I'm a little, I don't know what to think, as he scratches the back of his neck and looks at the floor again.
No. That's what it is called an offer. You certainly don't have to take it, but for payment for what you did for us last time.
Oh?
I also don't sleep much, so it can help. I can help with keeping watch tonight.
I appreciate it. I'll tell you what. Why don't you guys roll me actually, Soraka, why don't you roll me a persuasion, and why don't you do it at advantage because Wrath is jumping in on that.
14.
Beautiful. And you know what? I'm just going to do a random roll here just to see something. That wasn't supposed to happen. It's supposed to be in private, please hold. Promise me you'll shout really loud up the stairs, okay? I have such a headache.
We certainly promise.
Okay. Help yourself to my finger foods. Let me go check on that barrel first of rations, and maybe I'll take a warm bath and go from there. Help yourselves. Go ahead.
Is he the inn too, or no?
There is no inn here. This is just a store, a library, and kind of like a like a not a Barnes and Noble. Yeah, like a Barnes and Noble. They have a little cafe spot.
Is there an
Starbucks.
inn in the town? I forget.
To your knowledge, you don't know. Out of character, no.
Okay.
Yeah, we didn't ask last time. We just stayed at his place.
Yep.
It was the camp in his place.
Correct. There is a room upstairs, like a guest room, that I believe you guys all crammed into last time. But yeah, that's open for discussion if you wish. But yeah, so as he kind of walks behind the counter, you guys continue to shop around and kind of look around the store, look at books, or sit there and eat. That's all on you guys. Regardless of which, after about 5 minutes of time, fruit! He kind of like stands up from behind his desk or the counter, yeah? Soraka, they're fruit, right? And as he holds it up, right? Fruit?
That will be lovely. Thank you, Cody.
Fantastic. Thank you. You're welcome to take as many rides. It's literally like a half barrel of like dried fruit. So you can load up on as many rations. Just find out what the price of rations are. Feel free to load it up. Playing the honor system on that one.
Wrath would like to buy the greater healing potion and the 2 regular healing potions.
You got it. Go ahead and adjust your shit accordingly, my friend.
Inventory.
So 5 silver pieces for a day of rations.
Is it 5 silver? All right, cool.
Caleb, I believe I got your shit all hooked up now.
Yeah, it looks right to me.
Beautiful. By the way, that's what penitence would look like. Dudes and dudettes.
Frog, would I be able to sell the long swords, the long bows, the arrows, and the quivers?
Yes. I don't see why not. Give me one
And
second.
I guess the studded leather armors.
Yeah, please hold. Hop happen to have a price checker. Give me one moment. Somewhere in here.
Okay. So Raka is running on empty.
Dude, I know for a holy fucking fact that I have a price checker.
While this is happening, Flynn's gonna look around. So is anyone here actually good at cooking food, by the way?
I've always ate what the dogs have provided.
Well, they haven't provided anything in about a week or two. Maybe we need to figure something out.
That is very true.
None.
I usually just eat what I can find.
Flea hasn't been the best at hunting either.
Oh, shut up.
Flea, please write down or show me in text in the loot thing what you're trying to sell. Please, if it's not there already.
It's there. Let me.
I see it. Longbow, arrows, quiver, and a set of letters. Okay, thank you. You guys can continue chatting it up if you'd like.
What's generally the main check to cook food out of character?
Survival.
Well, survival if you're out in the fields. If you are proficient in the kitchen, you would use your job check. You know, like your shoes
toolkit.
or your toolkit. Whatever.
Yeah, because you can have proficiency with cook's utensils, and that gives you a bonus to it or some shit.
All right. Write
It
this
gives you
down, please,
advantage to the
Brian.
check.
Write this down, Brian. He's willing to buy the studded leathers for 15 gold each. And that's that part so far. And the rest of the minutes. The quiver, he'll give you 5 silver for it, as he's got a bunch himself. So 5 silver for each one of the quivers that you may have. And he doesn't buy arrows individually, he buys them by the quiver. So that's also the price. That quivers get filled up with 20 arrows per. You're welcome to do the math on that one. The longbows.
Well, we'll just say the arrows are nothing.
The longbows he'll buy for. Roll me a persuasion check.
12. No, a 22.
A 22. As you know, he originally kind of quotes you 20 gold a pop for each longbow. You indicate the quality of the longbow, and you convince him by pulling back on the drawstring, you know, and he's convinced that it's a little bit on the better side for quality. So he ups his price to 25 gold pieces per longbow.
And then it's just the long swords.
So, penitence. I haven't had a chance to really sit down and introduce ourselves, but what's your story? What brought you into the clutches of those bandits?
I got caught by them while I was traveling, and I was very fortunate for you all to stumble upon me when you did.
Why were you traveling in such dangerous lands by yourself?
She seems to be having trouble coming up with a good story. Very nervous.
Well,
Unless you're gonna keep Are you
That-
gonna keep pressing her? Or...
No, that's okay, Penitence. You can take your time. We're all friends here. As she drives a quick look at Wrath, just like a quick glance. We, well, most of us are a faction of the Dogs of War, and we were planning on heading back to Ashwood. You're more than welcome to join us if you'd like to, and I assume that invitation goes out to you, Bellix, and Mr. Warforged.
Who are y'all with?
We're with the Dogs of War.
Wrath kind of cocks his
technically
head at the
myself.
name. Who are the Frog? Correct me if I'm wrong. The Dogs of War are like a mercenary group.
Yeah, so you're new to this area, so they're not as widespread where you come from. I'm gonna say it wouldn't be outside the realm of possibility that you may have seen one or two with the blue tabard with the white saplings. But you know, in common knowledge for you, I don't think you spent enough time in this land to really have a decent grip on them. But I'm sure Sirach is willing to explain who they are.
I didn't know if Cody might have like mentioned like, hey, yeah, they're a mercenary, like just a very, very high level overview of like, yeah, mercenaries.
Yeah, you know, I don't think Cody. They're not really on Cody's radar, to be quite fair. So,
Okay, cool.
so yeah, I'm gonna go.
So
with
Wrath
that.
knows nothing about them. Got it. We're the Dogs of War. Weren't you just berating me about being essentially a warmonger, but you work for a group called the Dogs of War? He's kind of like, seems a little, pot calling the kettle black there type deal to him.
And that was to Cody.
No, that was to Soraka. Since she like freaked out about Wrath being this killing machine, and then he finds out they work or they're with a group called the Dogs of War.
I'm trying to think how Soraka would react to this.
So am I.
I mean, she's definitely taken aback and kind of like going back into panic mode a little bit, but she's like, it's not everything's about war. It's a name. It's a name that strikes fear into people that would oppose them. And it's not everything is a mission to kill someone. But she kind of like goes into like lost in thought. Since the
So
Enclave
you
just told her.
shouldn't judge them by their name or what they might represent. What the name might represent then.
I judge by experience. Flynn, why don't you fill them in? I need to go to the bathroom.
As
Sure thing.
Soraka peels away, avoiding all sorts of things and totally shoehorning Fate in there. Let's go for it. What is it, Fate?
Yeah, so the Dogs of War is your just typical merc group with a little structure to it. You got to go here, take care of this problem, get paid, eat food, get another problem, go fix that, get paid, eat food. Pretty standard.
I assume most of y'all's problems involve killing things.
Has killed one guy so far, brought someone to a port, delivered them, didn't have to kill anybody, got paid. Pretty standard stuff.
Wow.
So y'all are a bunch of sellswords.
Yeah, you can look at it that way.
I guess I've thrown in with worse. Not that much, though. Let me have the night to mull it over. What are the benefits and what are their ties to the Empire?
None.
They have no allegiance to the Empire?
I think the only allegiance they have is gold.
saying that doesn't exactly like win Wrath over, but he does like that they don't have allegiance to the Empire. I will let y'all know in the morning.
And to be honest, we're not looking to stick around very long. Had some issues come up recently.
Like what?
Not my
I'm going
place to
throw
say.
If y'all want me to throw in with you lot, I need to know what I'd be signing up for.
You'll have to hear that one from Soraka.
What he's saying is that there's another mercenary group that's becoming a little bit fanatical and wants the dogs dead. That would be the group I'm leaving.
What was that group called?
The Enclave.
Where did their ideology split? And Wrath is like taking notes in like a book as y'all are talking. One of his fingers like turned into a pen, and he's just scribbling out fucking notes onto everything.
Write that down. Write that down.
The higher ups in the Enclave started to become more fanatical. That is all I know.
You say fanatical, but you haven't said fanatical about what?
Fanatical in the sense of they see things in only black and white and no gray. And that they believe the dogs are evil.
Let me guess, the dogs think the Enclave are evil.
Bellix will just kind of look over towards Flynn for that one.
I mean, last time I checked, they were offering a lot of money to kill that guy head of the Enclave, so either evil or they're in the way of money. One or the other.
And there's your answer.
Well, I don't know a damn thing about either one of them. So far, I haven't got the warmest of welcomes at this shithole of a place. Except for this store. This store is fucking awesome. Cody, your store is cool. It's been the best part of this trip so far. You have awesome books.
Thank you. I spent a lot of time collecting it. My uncle helped a lot, right? Yeah, he's a good guy. Wish you could meet him. He's gone, it seems. And then as that kind of conversation here, boom, 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 boom at the door. Oh, sorry, Wrath, excuse me. One moment, please. As he kind of goes to the front door. Cracks the front door open, and you hear him kind of talking to someone. The individual at the door is not seen. As the door is not opened up all the way, Cody greets this figure and basically thanks him. Door closes with a letter in Cody's hand as he begins to look around looking for Soraka. You'll hear the sounds of hooves kind of going away as if a rider just took off. Soraka? Soraka? Where's Soraka?
She said she had to use the restroom.
Well, the shame. I got a letter here for her, it seems, right? Turns the letter around and points to the word Soraka, right?
Yeah,
Anyone?
that's her name.
And Flynn, I always say, fucking forget your names. Flynn, you look at the letter. There seems to be a wax seal on it with the letter C on it.
Flynn's gonna need some help because he probably knows this, but I don't know it.
C is the name of one of the owners of the Dogs of War.
Flynn will recognize the letter C and be like, huh, it must be from the dogs. Are you gonna hand it to me, or we can just wait for Soraka to come in?
I mean, this is an official document, so I can't legally. Here, take it. As he kind of hands it over to you. Once again, you got Soraka's name on it, and got the wax stamp with the letter C on it, and then like a sapling kind of effigy that kind of scoops around the letter.
All right. Well, I guess we'll just wait a bit. And Flynn's gonna lean back in his chair a bit, and he's gonna mage hand that book that he was looking at earlier.
Sure.
And he's just kind of peruse it, flipping through the pages, buying time.
You flip through the pages, and you happen to move yourself to the next page, where that you had that symbology, that demonic-looking kind of symbol with Zeromus under it, and you kind of flip the page, and you flip the page to what looks to be the story of Zeromus. Do you wish to read?
Sure. I'm just gonna read away.
You begin to read, and it says something like this. Now, I'm not reading it to you word for word, but here is over the course of many pages, what you're going to read is this. Long ago, in the land of magic and mystery, there lived a powerful sorcerer named Zeromus. Zeromus was obsessed with gaining control over demons that lurked in the dark corners of the world. He believed that he could use their power to become the most powerful sorcerer in the land. To that end, Zeromus spent years studying the ancient texts of demonology until he finally discovered a ritual that would allow him to summon and control a demon. The page seems to be ripped from this point forward, torn through. There are some half sentences through the rip that you would see. Some of the phrases that you would be able to make out that's not complete is Zeromus' journey to the grove. He finally obtained the wood. Soon discovered Astaroth, constantly seeking ways to break free. Zeromus, more and more, power, lost sight, lust, vows, revenge, dangerous artifact. And that's the last on the page. You feel as if there's a lot missing there. As you continue to try to read this book, Cody begins to go up the stairs with a big yawn. As he's going up the stairs, Soraka, you're coming down the stairs. Pardon me, Soraka.
I'm sorry, Cody. I didn't catch that.
Oh, sorry. Long day. Pardon me, okay? I'm gonna go take a shower.
They have showers in this world?
Bath. Hot bath. I'm
Well,
going to
the rats
clean.
built him a shower.
I'm going to clean my balls.
Well, I hope you rest well. We'll keep our ward and watch over the town this night.
Please, you promise, right? Then you're
We
gonna
did.
yell, okay?
We'll
By the
take
way,
turns.
someone came for you. They're downstairs. I left it with the young Flynn.
I appreciate it.
Thank you.
Cody.
All right. I'll see you soon. Help yourself to the finger foods.
Thank you.
Cody goes upstairs, leaving you once again downstairs. Once again, library, shop, table area, countertop, cash register for whatever. And then behind that is the stairs that goes upstairs where he's currently going. As Soraka makes her way down the stairs and to her left, passing the counter that's in the dark, direct back, you'll see the rest of your party. And Flynn kicked up in the chair, kind of zooming through his book, reading some shit. Seems to be a letter that lays right in front of him in the middle of the table, just to the side of Penitence. Penitence, as you see this letter, Soraka coming in, Flynn reading. We haven't quite got to the rat yet. What are you doing?
She she is kind of unsure of what to do with herself. Just kind of keeping, to herself, not standing too close to anything, just in case she might bump into it or break something. Very, very coy and shy about her position.
Beautiful. As you stand away from everything, and continue to, like you said, you're keeping to yourself. You have clean view of everything as one. I envision you kind of like this, kind of like in a corner, kind of with your thumb in your mouth, kind of thing. That kind of a
Maybe
that kind of a
more,
move,
more like hands in front, very servant posture kind of thing. Head bowed, kind of hands clasped in front of her, right down to the front kind of thing.
Sure,
Get what I'm saying?
100%. You look around. There is a crate, kind of in the back corner. It's dusty, but there seems to be rolled paper that kind of stick out of this little wooden crate. You'll see things like that. There is a statue also in the corner. That's there's a statue in the corner that seems to be made of this black and green glass. That's quite lovely. It's an intricate statue itself it's like a bust basically of a person.
Okay.
Yeah, you'll see that. You have all these books that are also at the ready for you as well. You also kind of peer over. You'll see things like abacuses and random knickknacks kind of hanging from the walls, and some of the things have price tags on them. Like I said, it's just a very cluttered room, but it's organized clutter. You know what I mean? There seems to be a method to this madness, but it's definitely a reflection of the things that Cody seems to enjoy. But yeah, so there's that. Is there anything you wish to do or say?
We're kind of winding down for the night, correct?
I assume we're going to have watch assignments here in a moment.
Okay. She's gonna find herself a quiet space and try to take a seat and think, I suppose.
There's that corner over there next to the pile of books and crate full of
Sounds
scrolls.
perfect.
Yeah, you flip over one of the empty crates to sit on it as you kind of just chill in the corner. Absolutely. Rat boy, you see Soraka approaching the table.
Hey, Soraka, could you throw me some more cheese?
Here, Flea. And by the way, no stealing from our host.
Wasn't even thinking about it. Why would I steal if I just sold shit to him?
I feel like you can answer that yourself. But he's been nice to us. No stealing.
Yeah, why would I steal from him? That's burning bridges there, my friend.
I'll enjoy your cheese. She lofts it over to you.
He catches it as you stare down, as your hand reaches over the envelope that's in front of Flynn to grab the cheese. You toss it. You look down in the envelope. You'll see your name clear as day, with that wax, signet ring stamp with the letter C on it.
Would I know this signet?
Yeah, this yells Dogs of War.
No, like whose signet it is.
It's no surprise. Correspondence do get sent out from the owners, especially when they receive letters. So this looks like your best guess is a response letter to your request for aid.
Okay, but I wouldn't know who's the owner of this C signet, though.
No, C is the owner. He goes by C. His actual name is...
Oh.
Give me 1 second. I have it written right over here. His actual name is Quailgni.
Oh, okay, this is Quailgi. Okay.
Yeah, that's why he goes by C, because his name is hard to pronounce.
Goes by C.
Yes.
Yeah, Flynn's going to kind of hold out the letter, waiting for Soraka to come and grab it.
Thank you, Flynn. And she will open.
You open it up, and the letter inside is blank at first.
What is it?
Flynn, can you mind detecting magic on this?
Spell slot.
I can do it if you would like.
Before,
Flimcast.
hold on. Stop. I'm not gonna have you
I
burn.
already know where Frog's eggs go with.
I'm not gonna have you burn a spell slot for this, since there seems to be a issue going on here.
I got this.
Okay, go ahead.
So Flea will walk over, look at the blank paper, put his finger into his mouth, bite it, and put it onto the paper.
You put it onto the paper, and as the blood gets absorbed into this, oh yeah, roll your eyes.
Feel like I would know this in character.
As the blood gets seeped into the page itself, the blood starts to vein out to reflect these letters as the letter itself begins to be legible.
I'll start reading it out.
You read over Soraka's shoulder, even though your
Soraka
shoulder
grabs it.
it says, request for aid to Tilly or Shadow Thamar is denied due to Article 187 under the Contract Negotiations Clause of Settlement Act. Return to base for immediate debrief.
Well, straight to the point.
Sounds like we're getting shafted and we're going to get in trouble.
Well, I don't think we're going to be getting in trouble. We shouldn't be getting in trouble. It wasn't our position to hold Gorkill. Well, I guess we have our orders. Don't know why they're so eager to give up a foothold over here.
So y'all are just abandoning this town?
Well, we were never stationed in this town. Just our missions brought us here. The Enclave, as I'm sure someone here has informed you of, has taken over our fort as one of their strongholds. So we were requesting aid to take it back.
I really wanted that stronghold too. Oh well.
Yeah.
Didn't we also mention something about them helping this town? I feel like we put that in the...
Well, yes,
letter.
to see if we could do a contract, but that was up to the Holy Empire to pay, and as you can see, the Holy Empire's not here either, so they wouldn't be able to make good on their funds.
I told you can't trust the Holy Empire.
That withstanding, I suppose we make our way back to Ashwood tomorrow morning, and again, the three of you, some more than others, are welcome to join us.
Tony comes down the stairs, dripping hair, with dripping wet hair, and a robe. I couldn't look. I could hear you guys. Okay, right? Didn't mean to eavesdrop, but I can't help but notice. You can't. Please don't leave me by myself. I don't think I can handle defending this town on my own. At least, please, maybe convince Beast to come back, perhaps?
I hate to leave a town such as yours defenseless, especially since the Holy Empire has left. But we're going to need more than just us to fortify your town. We'll do our best to recruit individuals, maybe some dogs.
Do you leave on foot or horseback?
Beast left north just yesterday, right? Like I said, you might be able to catch up if you hustle, right?
On what though? Are they marching, horse riding, carts, wagons?
I'm going to assume on foot, considering we don't really have much horses outside of plowing our fields. we, can't really sacrifice that. We have to eat. So the shore is not that far, right? You can easily get it there. In my opinion, they should have been here by now.
I want to hurt a quick peek in the morning. Be back by lunch.
Cody, have y'all thought about like forming a militia here?
Yes, there was. They have since been converted into green-eyed demons that explode when you kill them. We're still trying to figure out why that's happening, and I think that's why the beast left. Maybe, I'm not sure. And he seems to stutter. There's a lot of shit going on that this guy's witnessed, and he's clearly not of rational mind as he kind of looks over to Sirocco or the rest of the party.
Cody, you mentioned that you have some farm horses.
I don't. That's not me. That's not my business. You'd have to, ask a local stable master, perhaps.
Do you have anyone in town that could run a message?
Yes, I do. Right? 1 second. Let me fucking find one. My normal.
Cody's just busily going through a Rolodex of people's addresses.
Problem is the tool I use seems to be down for that shit. So please hold while I use a different one. I apologize, dudes and dudettes.
Wah, 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 wah.
Yeah, it's actually quite a pain in the balls, to be quite honest. Where are you? Yes, Sailmaster Kama? Really? That's the one? There. Kama? Last name can't really remember.
Comma. Okay.
Yes,
Cody.
He's a stable master, but I'll be honest, he only really dabbles with horse breeding and ponies. And these are, like typically used for farming. I'm not sure if he has any for sale. You can try.
Well, it wasn't really for me. Tomorrow morning we will be leaving. I implore you to send a message to Fort Gorkill,
But
to the Enclave.
Why would I do that? Are they okay? I haven't dabbled too much with them.
Well, they say they stand for good, and if they do, I feel as if your town requires some good.
If you think that's what's best, I will definitely try. Who should I make it out to?
Make it out to Maurice. Let them know that if they want us to make good on our contract, to show this town some compassion, and it's from the unknown.
Okay. I'll do it in the morning, I think. You will be here though, right?
We will leave at dawn.
Okay. And you're gonna go check for the beast, right? Please, just in case.
I mean, the letter doesn't say when we have to return.
Doesn't it say immediately?
The exact quote. It literally says so many notes. Return to base immediately for debrief, but Pony Express, right? Ha.
We'll give it a... They left you yesterday?
Yes, about 18 hours ago. It was late.
If they are moving with a full party, there may be a good chance we can catch. Team, what do you think?
Can't leave these people defenseless.
I mean, we could give it a shot.
We head at first light. I say we can catch up to him in less than 6 hours.
Well, we only have our carts. We don't really have any other. Well, I suppose if the stable has any additional horses, one other horse would probably benefit us in this.
As Cody yawns, he retreats back upstairs, not before thanking you for the possibility of the assist. He seems to be generally calmed for this. And as the night comes to a close, you all generally do your nighttime routines. Where are you guys going to spend the night? He never really offered that room to you, but Cody does seem to not really mention anything. So your options are on the store floor. You can try going upstairs, or there's always the camp that's now empty.
Well, I thought we were doing a patrol, so don't we have to figure that out?
We'll take turns on the patrol, but I don't want to impose any further than we have. So let's make campsite at the military camp that the Holy Empire was using. Shouldn't be bare bones anyways.
Absolutely. For the record, Wrath, I know that you weren't here for this. The camp he's talking about is just in this area here. I don't know if you can see it on the map. I've got my light beam kind of circling this whole area. Don't mind the other tokens.
Yeah, I see it.
Yeah, don't mind the other tokens for now. In fact, I'll move him aside because the other ones are just the file. Let me just delete those. And don't mind Frary the Beast. That's what he looks like if you're interested.
I can't see any of the tokens.
Oh no. Add-ons. Oh no.
Oh
It
no.
might be because of how far away my token is from the campground.
Oh yeah. You're absolutely correct. So let's just do that. I will move your tokens to the appropriate location.
Arnar.
Hey, there's horses.
I found some horses, guys. We're all set.
Hey!
They're alive too and well fed.
God, these ones look like racehorses.
So, sure. Over the course of the evening, you do your patrols. You kind of make camp. We don't have to RP that, but you do take the time for those that are awake, to mingle if you wish. Before we move on to the morning, is there anything that you wish to say or do that is what you want to do?
Now that we're away from Cody, Soraka wants to discuss the plan with the remaining dogs of what to do.
It does sound like Frary and the Holy Empire's on a mission. I would be very surprised if they would change their minds.
They're not gonna stop unless they have a good reason.
My thoughts exactly. I think the letter, I hate to admit it, but I think the letter to the Enclave is their best bet here. If they are as good of a company as they say they are, they should be able to help these people. And it would help further prove their cause to us. Now, I'm still not ready to kill Matua just because they asked me to. Still think
It's just us. Like I was just talking to you guys.
Oh,
Say the rest are on patrol or something.
okay, so Wrath is gone. That's fine. And patient. Or
Penitence.
penitence. Yeah.
And Bellix.
And Bellix. Well, Bellix followed us from the fort, so I think he might know about it. But anyway.
So you're trying to converse with just Flynn and Flea?
I guess we'd be including Bellix too, since Bellix could give us some insider knowledge on the
Perfect.
fort.
So, Bellix, just to recap, you're hearing Soraka saying to reach out to Gorkil's Hold which is currently inhabited by the Enclave that you're well aware of, the same people that you just defected from, saying it's a good idea to get them involved for assistance. What does Bellic say in response?
So the fact that you want to reach out to them, well, is a good idea on your behalf, is a stupid one. First off, the fact that you got out alive, I do not understand with how they view the dogs now. And the fact that I have now defected from them and deserted, they would have issued a contract for my head. So, needless to say, it's probably not the best to fight shoulder to shoulder with them unless you want a dagger between your shoulders.
Well, I'm not asking them to fight side by side for me. I'm asking them to show us the compassion that they tout about. They want us to kill somebody because they're evil, well, show us they're good. And as far as your alliance with them, or former alliance, you left them, but did you tell them that you were going to be joining up with them? Or us? Do they know that you're with us? They made a contract with the unknown.
So, that is the issue of fanatics, is once they get the idea in their head and at the point that they have reached, they have now stopped seeing gray and see things in only black and white. As far as me, well, it doesn't matter what reason you leave. You either leave and have a contract put out for you, or you leave because you died. Otherwise, you stay with the Enclave. That is what I mean by becoming fanatical. It has started up top, and it has slowly made its way all the way down to the new recruits. It's why I left, being a new one. Tends to be easy to get viewed as someone in the black versus the white with that type of fanaticals.
Well, fanatics or not, these people need help. I don't think it's going to come from the dogs, and I don't think it's going to come from the Holy Empire.
Then my suggestion is they pack up or they start cutting spears.
Is at this point in the conversation that wrath and penitence would begin to be at least within earshot of the campfire. Haven't really heard anything that's happened, so at this point forward, they would be able to hear or listen to the conversation at hand as Bellix continues to explain.
I'll take that into consideration, Bellix. Penitence and Wrath. Oh, I know your name. It's your presence that... Never mind. We were just talking...
What's wrong with your face?
Do what? Y'all both went
Oh my
robotic.
god. Oh my god, what's wrong with your face?
I'm glad somebody else watched that. We were just discussing what our plan of attack is for tomorrow, and I'm less than hopeful that the Holy Empire will change their course.
Last I knew, the Holy Empire had their hands full, closer to home, dealing with shit. They couldn't even retake Brecca on their own.
Well, I only ask because half a day's journey out there just doubles that time from our original goal of returning to Ashwood.
What's one day out of the way? I say we go. The Holy Empire may be a pretty shady bunch, but the knights are generally good people.
but the Holy Empire do love their crusades, as much as I know. They think they're better use up north. What good will we convince them to return? And if they received orders to go north, who are we to persuade them otherwise? What are
Once
your
the
thoughts,
Empire
Penitent?
since
The silence of the night seems to just cascade through the party as you are all deep in thought. The fire crackles, the firelight twinkling over each one of your faces as you kind of scan the room, looking back and forth at each other.
um, I don't have a dog in this fight, so I don't give a damn what y'all decide to do. This town
Penitent.
just needs help.
Penitents, if you were us, what would you do?
I don't like the idea of being a part of a mercenary band. And I definitely don't like the sound of the Holy Empire. I don't know. Perhaps this isn't the right... Perhaps I should move on my own.
Well, at least be with us until you can find your own way.
All right.
So we have 3 against the Holy Empire, 1 for it. Belix, flee. What are your thoughts?
I don't. For me personally, it doesn't bother me either way. I just stand against the Enclave.
Flee?
Not gonna lie, the Enclave seems a little bit shady to me.
Well, again, we won't be here when the Enclave receives their message.
And what if they have to come back through this town, though?
That's something I'm willing to deal with when it comes.
Well, doesn't matter to me. You're the leader, so your say is go.
Well, at least we are on neutral terms with the Enclave, albeit Belix. But perhaps we can skirt around that issue. Perhaps he can disguise himself as a giant spider or something.
On the wall.
So, just to calibrate real quick. So, what's the plan when you guys wake up in the morning? You guys going north to the shoreline looking for beast? Or other?
So unless I'm wrong, we have 3 against the Holy Empire, 1 for it, and then 2 throwing away their votes.
Okay, so you're not going north.
Yeah, so we're going to Ashwood, and we're gonna have that message sent to the Enclave. Well, at least that's what Soraka's gonna do.
Okay.
Have Cody send the message.
Okay. Fantastic. As you
Let me just
drift,
know, hey, 4 hours worth of planning.
as you drift off into a sleep, we're gonna take our break now. And we might
Hey!
need 15
I wonder
minutes.
why.
All right, guys. I'll be back in 15 minutes. Let's say 15 after the hour.
I do not want to derail the campaign.
I think we kind of just did.
Wrath is always going to be against the Empire because, I mean, he's kind of a fugitive from the Empire.
All right, cool. So I got work to do. So be back, let's say 15 minutes after the hour, gentlemen. I gotta need some time here. All right.
All right.
Be right back.
He just fucked up his entire plan.
Well, that's why we curtain called last session, because he didn't have this town ready for us.
Oh yeah, this is
And
like
now
the
we're
third
leaving
time-
again.
This is like the third time we've done this.
I will say that I preempted this, saying that there's a good chance we'll go back to Ashwood.
I mean, I'm just saying we kind of done this 2 and 3 times in this campaign.
Hey, I'm saying that we were gonna sit down in Tilly and get introductions out of the way, find out what happened and see if it warrants our help,
And then if not, we'll make our way to Ashwood. And I'm going to be honest, how are you going to get a military operation to change its course after they received orders?
Well, they didn't really receive orders, they received a tip.
Still, you're having a military organization change.
Well,
and march
theoretically, we could find them and basically say, hey, that tip was phony. Why the fuck are you guys out here? They just want the town.
Do you have proofs that the tip was phony?
So let's.
Do they have proof that the tip was true?
What's the tip? What do y'all?
That there were ships.
What the
That
fuck
there
is
were
going on?
ships along the shoreline.
Whose ships?
I don't know.
There's nothing. And
Oh.
neither is Josh.
So we've been dealing with the Black Ooze over here. The Black Ooze has been turning people into demons though over here. Really big demons for the bodies that they take over.
Yeah. Someone got ripped in half.
There's rumors that the source is coming from the north along the shoreline.
So the Holy Empire could be marching into a trap to get slaughtered.
Yep.
They could. But another reason why we could have the Enclave help this town is if the Black Ooze plague or whatever is still menacing this town, then it's just taking Enclave away, right?
It does weaken your enemy.
If they are our enemy. We have no idea, though. But Soraka's perspective is, again, as much as Bellic says they're fanatics, they say that they're doing good. Soraka's hope is that they are trying to do good, and she's trying to use that. But if they don't want to protect this town, it just kind of solidifies her initial thoughts that they are just a company out for vengeance.
So what would happen if the Holy Empire was here whenever the Enclave shows up to try and protect it?
I have no idea.
Are the Empire and the Enclave like fighting each other, or is it?
We don't
I
know.
mean,
I
that would
don't
actually
think.
have been interesting to see.
I highly doubt the Enclave is going to take like a protective role of anything. I mean, they want money. Like,
Well, They took a protective role in Charlotte Thumar.
Yeah, it's because they wanted the shipping rights.
Okay.
yeah,
They
this
could have-
place is a shithole.
They have farms up here. They got farming rights up here.
At most, what they would want is the shit that Cody has, which is the statues.
Well, look, we have a lot of unknowns.
And then there are no knowns.
Say what one more goddamn time.
What?
We could try and go to the Empire. Just no Wrath is like going to be hiding whenever y'all go talk to them.
I mean, you could stay back at town.
Well, I mean, I feel like we have 3 against the Empire. So unless anybody changes their mind, I feel like Ashwood is our goal.
Who's all against going to the Empire other
You.
than Wrath?
Me.
Soraka.
And Flea and Bellix and Flynn, y'all are kind of indifferent.
I'm indifferent. I'm just following the leader. I was sold to the Dogs of War, so I just have to listen to leadership to get it, and then eventually they'll get free. Hopefully.
Okay, yeah, don't let Wrath know you're basically a slave, because he's not going to be okay with that.
Well, he is like a slave because he was a thief.
Backstory wise.
Yeah, Wrath still has the whole thing. You remember him and Khajiit had a whole thing about like slavery is not cool.
I wasn't on that table. I was on the table when it was
no.
the Fae.
Yeah, me and Steve. Although, did you catch the tattoos that are on Wrath's body? They all pay homage to the old party.
No, I missed that.
Okay,
Sorry.
so on his body, he has on the left arm the non-big ass gauntlet. It says Metal One on it,
Oh.
and it's also got a constellation of stars on it for Zarkul, a tree going through different phases for Ramil, a tiger lily for Nanu, the girl we found. On his right arm, where the fist is, where there's like a knuckle guard from what's left over of Anatonda's hammer, and it has like a fists bumping, a metallic one, and like a humanoid fist, because Wrath and Anatonda would fist bump after fighting. So like he's got tattoos of metal engraving all over him that pay homage to his old party.
Nice.
The only one he doesn't have on there is Motete and the one dude that was there for like one session.
The one dude that was there for one session.
He played like the half human, half hobgoblin thing.
Oh my god, he was on this table for one session.
Really?
Yeah, ask Frog about it.
Oh wait, was this the Jin guy?
Yeah, it was the guy with the potions.
That makes sense.
Damn, that was the same dude.
Yeah. I'm like, this guy's voice sounds really familiar.
And then he bounced.
He was on Thursday for like a few sessions on the Thursday table, and then he had to leave. He had a very intricate story of why he had to leave.
Same here. And
No,
I think he had yeah, he told Frog some intricate story.
It was his shop got broken into, and then like his mom's grandma or something died, and then he quit. Or got sick or something.
To each their own, I suppose.
Yeah,
Oh, that is a bright white screen. Why hasn't the internet just adapted dark mode for everything?
Right? I was trying to see if I could change it on like Google Chrome to like a dark mode, but they don't have, I can't figure out how to do it.
There is, but I mean, if things have it, or then it'll still not work. Where is it? Or maybe it's just for mobile.
What are we talking about? D&D
Dark-
Beyond?
No, dark mode for Google Chrome. I think
That's
it might just be. I think it might be just for mobile.
No, I have it on dark mode.
How do you select the dark mode?
Let's see.
Oh, okay. So if you just go to settings and just search dark, you can select your theme, customize Chrome profile, and customize your theme.
That's what I was looking for.
Okay, I have it on like a dark mode, but it doesn't change the background to.
Yeah, like the actual like websites and whatnot, they'll still be like bright.
Yeah. That's lame. Yeah, I didn't know having Wrath was going to traumatize you, Steve.
Oh yeah. I made up Soraka's backstory on the spot when Frog said that there was a bunch of Warforged up north wreaking havoc. I'm like, all right, this is a rock band whose party was slaughtered by Warforged.
And she is a tiefling?
She is a tiefling with a single horn in the center of her head.
And
Jesus.
what is penitence a tiefling as well?
Yes, you believe so.
You got a rat folk, a
Mhm.
drow, dark elf, I'm assuming, and a human.
I don't know what is. We don't really know what Bellix is. He's an old geezer with red eyes.
That or he's a reborn.
He's an old man with a stick.
He's got a fancy walking stick.
I'll poke you.
Alright, I'll be right back.
Take the dog out.
I got 4 minutes. I'll be right back.
And I'm back.
Can't decide if I like my camera on this monitor or the other one. I really need to get a better camera.
All right, I'm back. Check 1, 2.
All right,
Yep,
Prague, we changed
hear
the
ya.
plans again. We're going somewhere else.
We're going to Mirladar.
We're getting on a boat going to Brecca. Frog is ready to murder the whole party. We're just fucking with the dog.
From you looking at us like, what the hell is a lie? But
Does he sound robotic to anyone else?
He sounds like he's fucking a toaster.
sorry, had a pink spike.
What were you saying, Matt?
I had a pink spike. Sorry.
Yeah, no, I heard that one. Before that.
Oh, I was saying like you're looking at Josh and everyone like that was a lie, but no, it's not. We're really going to Brecca.
Hold your dice and check.
Really nice. Thank you. My son.
But yeah, we talked and we discussed amongst ourselves real quick, and we're going to Brecca.
Okay.
Oh, that's cool.
You will be lost to sea. New campaign, everybody.
No, Penitence doesn't want to die yet.
Well, she
Penitence
just
doesn't know what she want to do.
Penitence just indicated she was leaving the fucking party on her first session.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Caleb doesn't know what kind of character he wants to play yet.
I really don't. I'm really struggling, man.
I
It's
was
tough.
when you said that maybe I shouldn't go with you. I'm like, what already?
All right, bye guys. I'm out.
Like, what the fuck?
This is my new character. Okay, I'm out.
I'm
It's on making a new one.
yeah.
All right, I'm gonna head out now.
I'm gonna try to keep Penitence because I invested in the fucking character token and I didn't want to do that again for fucking Amicia. So yeah, we're gonna try and keep Penitence. Also notice Asher is Penitence is not a big muscle mommy.
For once. Jack can be whatever you want her to be.
Exactly.
Shifter.
Yeah.
Yeah, but let's put this out here. We now have the giant sex robot on the party again, so we have to figure some way to get this going again.
Sex robot. Sex
No.
robot.
I will murder you, old man.
Well, unfortunately, my character won't crack jokes like that. Unfortunately.
Thank God.
Tiger Lily.
Fuck yourself. I do plan on having Wrath like write messages to Khajiit every now and then because like Khajiit's the one that helps smuggle him to this side of the land since Khajiit's like in charge of Brekka and is
Yeah.
like the only person from the party that like Wrath is actually friends with because everyone else that he was friends with is dead because he doesn't like Ramil that well. Anatonda died. Zarkul
Ramil.
died.
There was a lot of death in our campaign.
Yeah, Motete was just Motete. Like his character never wanted to talk to anybody really. The necromancer.
Yeah, no, I'm just trying to remember any conversations.
There weren't really many.
I remember Motete was like more of a combat heavy guy from his back, like his previous tables or
Matete was
whatever.
the necromancer type kind of guy who was trying to gain as much knowledge on anatomy and Egyptian culture as possible.
Oh yeah. I remember Motete, but I think like the player came from more of like a combat heavy, like
Yes,
D&D.
Adventure League.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, he quit because we RP too much.
Baby.
Adventure League is, from what I've seen, like 80 to 90% combat and like 10 to 20% RP.
Yep.
Yep, that's about right.
I have no idea. I literally got into D&D on Frog's tables.
It's same. You have to like min-max the fuck out of your character for Adventure League.
All right, guys. Fate, you back here?
Yep.
All right. Let's see here. Sorry if I'm chewing in your ear.
Oh, we finally got Yinglings in Oklahoma, and I'm happy as fuck.
It's my favorite beer, believe it or not.
It's one of my favorites. I don't like many beers. I like this and Guinness.
The original, the first Yingling brewery is down the street from my house. You can get free tours there. And, oh, yeah, you go in the caves and everything. I actually took the wife there for her birthday. All right? Was it your birthday, babe?
That's fucking cool.
Yeah, back in October. Yeah. It's like, well, down the street. It's more like 20, 30 minutes away. Practically down the street. But, yeah, you get free tours.
You're in PA, aren't you?
Yeah. Believe it or
cool
not,
as shit.
the Yingling Brewery next to my house, the original, is the oldest still running brewery in the United States. 100%.
Yeah, it's
now
cool
they
as
have
shit.
they have a bottling plant in Florida, and I believe there's one of the Carolinas. I could be wrong there, but definitely one in Florida. And they're broadening out your distributions. But last time we were there, they bottled the canned Yinglings. There,
Yeah.
the dark, the black and tan, and the regular.
Yeah, I've only ever had their regular traditional lager, and I tried the Yingling Flight once.
I'm not a fan of that one.
I'm not a fan of paler beers. I wasn't a big fan of that one. I haven't tried their black and tan, but I like their Yingling traditional. And for the longest time, you couldn't get them west of the Mississippi. Like,
Correct.
I'd had them
It's
before.
growing.
Yeah, I'd had them before. Whenever like a buddy had made a road trip to Virginia to see a family member, and then brought a couple cases back. But
to this day, my favorite beer. I could bathe in that shit. All right,
it
nevertheless,
tastes like bread.
Everybody, here we go. You wake up to a long rest. You gather your shit together and begin to make your way towards the destination of Ashwood. Behind you, about a football field away, you hear, "Wait! Wait!"
Wrath would look back.
You look back to see Cody running behind you with the paper in the air, waving it back and forth.
Guys, Cody needs our attention. He has paper. Let's hold up.
I'm gonna pull up on the reins and stop the cart.
Guys, I just want to make sure this is right? You said the Enclave? And Maurice, yeah?
Yes.
Awesome. And then you're gonna go look for the beast, right?
We're not going to look for the beast. We don't think we'll be able to persuade them to come back. Our hopes, as much as I hate to say it, lie with the Enclave.
Oh. Okay. Well, good luck then. I guess that's bye. Right?
I hope this letter is for the better of this town. I really do.
Yeah, me too. Me too. Well, it's been a pleasure.
Make sure you write the unknown is requesting this.
Yes, you're right. I forgot. I left my quill at home.
Bing. Wrath's finger turns into a pin, and he just signs the unknown wherever the guy asks him to.
Thanks. I appreciate it. I'm gonna go make a dramatic exit differently now.
We can still go talk to the
Oh,
Empire.
that
guys.
verbiage.
Just-
Well,
you're gonna have to hire a robot.
I mean, I don't think that Cody would leave on a dramatic exit anyways. It would just be long-winded until we're just like, okay. All right,
So,
Cody.
I guess this is goodbye. Thanks for the sign, and the next rider I can dispatch. Hopefully, I can get maybe one of the farmers to do it after they're done in the fields tonight. So this letter will be out probably by the evening, if not tomorrow morning, right? So, okay. Well, like I said, have a good luck, and may Helm and Lauma look over you.
You as well, Cody. Hope to see you soon.
He stands there and he waves as he gets
Nudging.
smaller.
Flynn to push the cart forward.
He's waving and he's getting smaller and smaller and smaller.
Oh, who is so dead?
So like y'all are the bad guys.
How would you have us handle this? Stay in the town protecting them until we grow old and die?
I mean, me and my last party literally marched into a city that was under a dome of sand to try and liberate it. We literally fought for days going through a sewer and trying to recapture the city on our own to protect it because no one else would stand up for them.
Okay, so when the villagers start turning into demons, you're going to protect them from themselves.
We had to deal with city inhabitants getting turned into snake people, Yanti hybrids.
And did you
And
liberate?
were rats, and he shoots a glance over to Flea.
What did you just call me?
I didn't call you anything. I said we had to fight were rats.
I'm not a were-rat. I'm
I
a
never
rat
said you
folk.
were.
Get it right.
I never
So-
said you were rat or were rat.
There's a difference between the two.
You just look similar.
Looks at Bellix. Yeah, there is.
So we stay in the town while each villager gets turned one by one until it's us, and then we possibly
You-
get turned one by one.
You go
And then
out
it's just you standing there, you warforged.
you go out and find what's turning the villagers and stop it.
Okay, the lead brought us to Shalathumar, which we cannot enter
Why?
because of the Enclave.
Thought you were working with the Enclave. You just sent a message to them.
It is a borrowed alliance.
So you're playing both sides.
We're forced to play both sides. We haven't made our decision just yet, but that's something I'm not willing to get in with you at this time.
But you would want me to join your party and ask for my opinion.
Well,
but you don't want to discuss what's going to happen to this party with me. But you want me to join the party.
If you don't want to join the party, that's perfectly fine.
Well, you seem to be the leader, and you seem to have a problem with me, even though I have done nothing to harm you and only been respectful to your party and your party members. I cannot help the fact that
If tieflings ripped apart everyone you know and love, do you think you might have a problem with tieflings?
a giant snake persons captured and tortured my best friend, turning him into a broken husk of the man he used to be. I don't blame every snake for that.
So, which snake are you on good terms with then?
I don't kill every snake that comes into my path. I don't immediately distrust them all. We are more than the sins of our forebears. It's not my fault that a section of Warforged that were created by the Empire, God knows who, were fighting your friends. I'm sorry they were killed. That was not me. That was not my whole. You can't blame my whole people for what one group did.
Well, you'll forgive me if I found the diamond in the rough then.
You should understand that yourself, being a tiefling. How many times has your being from what you are caused issues for you? I've seen how people treat tieflings, being shunned from churches, shunned from common society. It's a long history of that, yet you are no better than they were to immediately treat me differently because of the fact of how I looked or what I am, even though you don't know a damn thing about me. That's a little, what is the word? Khajiit would just say, this is bullshit, and you are a piece of shit. But it is a little bit of hyperbolic.
Well, I don't know any
hypocritical.
Khajiit, and I certainly don't know you, but I try to combat my discrimination with good deeds, whereas you are jumping down my throat. So forgive me.
You kind of set the tone by immediately saying I'm, referring to me in the more of an it than a person, or treating me as if I'm the one that killed your whole squad when I'm not. So you kind of set the tone here.
As this conversation continues, remember, everyone is within earshot. Penitence, the concept of conflict, I feel, it's something that I think would shake you, or at least get some sort of emotional reaction out of. What exactly is going on with Penitence as you hear this conversation of, I don't want to say racial discrimination, but let's just say the concept of oppression under whatever mask it wears seems to be the prevalent theme of this discussion. What would your fucking name?
Penitence.
Penitence. Thank
It's not
you.
that hard.
I almost said pendulance. I'm like, what the fuck is a pendulum? As
Penitence.
Penitence. Thank you. What is going through her head right now, verbally or emotionally?
She is kind of trying to shy away from things. She learned that oftentimes it's better to just make yourself not a part of anything, and you'll not get hurt or punished in her case.
So you wish to remain silent as this argument continues?
Yes, but if anybody cares to look, they'll notice that she's very distressed and trying to shy away from everything.
You try to distract yourself by looking outside the carts, looking at the trees, looking ahead, looking behind, looking very mouse in front of 10 cats kind of feeling like.
Mm-hmm.
Absolutely. As you kind of squirm around, Flea, what about you? What are you up to at the moment?
I would say with the Warforge in the back and another tiefling, I'd be riding shotgun up front.
With Flynn? Okay.
Yep.
You look over to Flynn as you hear this argument behind you.
Jesus. Meh.
Yeah, tell me about it.
They really just need to kiss and make up already.
It's quite obnoxious.
Sex robot. Sex robot.
I mean, how are we supposed to focus on looking out for bandits if they're constantly arguing?
Well, you look right, I look left.
Belix, you also bear witness to this conversation a little bit more first person as you are in the back sharing the same space with this debate. And it's not a heated debate. It's definitely a debate. It doesn't seem to be hostile, but you can tell that their points are both valid to a degree. What does Belix wish to offer to this conversation, or nothing?
He'll just kind of go and make a comment towards Flea, and also it's like, I thought that was going to be the one with the issues, with trust issues here.
No, you'd be surprised.
He'll just kind of roll his shoulders and just kind of go with it, and just like, all right, just kind of they go to fisticuffs, let them go to fisticuffs, and enjoy the show.
Yeah, grab some popcorn or some cheese.
So, Flynn, Flea, and Pestilence. Penitence.
Pestilence.
Penitence. Give me some perception checks, please.
13.
A 3.
Looks like it's 12.
I'm just waiting for Penitence's roll.
He's muted.
You're also muted.
Hello? Hello?
Yes, there you go.
Hello. All right, 12. Sorry, I
12. All right.
did say it.
My bad.
apologize.
I didn't hear you. I apologize. All right, cool. I would say, you're quite skitsy, right? You're definitely one of these kind of things. And as you're kind of just trying to distract yourself by some additional type of stimulus, on the bridge ahead of you guys, there seems to be a figure that no one else has picked up on as you get closer to it. The figure itself looks to be that of at least by this distance, a heavily armored human that seems to bear silver, primarily, with a blue tabard with a white effigy on it. The closer you get, the more you recognize the Holy Empire's crest upon his chest. But he seems to be kind of like, how those, what do you call those puppets on the strings?
Marionettes?
Yes. So imagine that, but without the strings. Like, he just seems to be standing as if he wasn't standing under his own weight. At this point, he's going to be about 100 feet away, let's say.
Lynn, stop the cart real quick.
Whoa!
Pestilence. I almost called you fucking Pestilence. Penitence. I apologize. Would be the one that would have seen this. So it would be up to her to identify.
Oh, she rolled a 12. I rolled a 13.
Yeah, it's cool. I get it. You're talking. She's not.
Bullshit.
I figure we might come into I think there's somebody on the road who means to stop us.
And another thing, Wrath. Wait, what?
Mom, Dad, are you done arguing?
Whoa.
There's somebody on the road I think means to stop us.
They can try.
They're wearing a blue tabard.
You look
And that
forward.
makes you trust them.
That means we should at least have some allegiance. I don't know what shape they're in, though. Swear to God, if this is Joseph.
So as you make your way, you don't make your way. You stop as you indicated. Are you getting out of the cart?
Yeah.
Okay.
I stop the cart. Could tie it
in-
off to anything nearby, or?
I mean, you're in the middle of a road. There is kind of like a farming structure to your left, more trees and shit to the right. There's a small bridge that goes over a creek in front of you, and you have that person basically standing there under what doesn't look like under his own weight. He just completely still. He's about 100 feet in front of you. In fact, I'll throw a token down. By the way, if you go to your spots on the table, you'll be able to see your shit. I will put the token of Frary the Beast to indicate the location of the individual in question, as that person basically stands right about there. And once again, he's not even standing under his own weight. He's standing, but he's completely still and arms at his side. He is not standing like a soldier would, like a marionette.
He may need our help, but be on guard. He might be possessed or whatever it is that's going on here.
Is there like, I don't want to say like bushes and stuff on the side of the road?
You're looking at what you got. So there's trees, there's shrubbery, sure, rocky. But yeah, I mean, what you see is what you get. And if you don't know where your token is, you guys are over here.
Yeah, I just clicked on it and dragged me over there.
Rock
So
would
as
definitely be moving
Flynn's tying it off to the structure to the left, Flea's gonna duck behind this tree to the right near the rock. I'll just move my character off.
Yeah, don't go too far. I'm gonna say I'll give you guys about 30 feet of movement if you wish to move your tokens from where you are to the 30 feet. And then once your 30 feet is up, this is not a movement, this is not an action, this is not any of that. This is me giving you the opportunity to set your tokens within 30 feet of where I place them.
Okay, but
I'm missing
Flynn's
somebody.
tying off right here, right?
Yeah, my token's where I put it. Or where
Okay.
you would be doing that action.
No, we're not missing anybody. There's 6 tokens.
Oh, I thought your token would be bigger. Never mind.
He's only, I mean, he's broad. He's only like 6'6".
Yeah, he's a big metal man. He's
Yeah,
RoboCop.
he's not like fucking Thermal who can go fucking huge.
So
Frog, is the cart that we're in, is it like an open top cart or is it closed top?
Currently
Or
open.
carriage?
It's open.
Okay, cool. Wrath will just still be kind of sitting in the cart with his cloak, like the hood pulled up and the cloak wrapped around him, since he sees the effigy of the Holy Empire.
I do apologize in one second here because the question was asked. I can do this now. Gotta make it authentic. Alright guys, give me a sec.
Get rid of those picnic benches.
Amazing how people can make
Eat
shit.
those picnic benches.
Whatever, you guys get the idea. There's the fucking cart. Alright, don't worry about the details of it. But there it is. Alright, cool. So, your question again, Wrath? I am so sorry.
I was just asking if it was like an open top that only go up to like, about mid height, or if it was like completely closed, like a covered wagon or a carriage.
Yeah, no, the walls only go. It's like a farming fucking cart. You know what I mean? It's nothing crazy. Think of it just a bigger wheelbarrow with 4 wheels.
I got you. So an open top, like an open side cart. I got you.
Correct. I mean, it is tight too. You know what I mean? It's not like this RV or anything like that. The model I chose may not indicate specifics, but it just gives us placement. Okay, so you guys moved all your shit? You good? All right, here we go. So, oh my lord. There we go.
Soraka falls into water.
I'm water walking.
Sorry, I'm doing all this on the fly, guys. I apologize. All right,
How
cool.
dare you.
As you all disperse, do your whatever your character wished to do. Everyone gets this pain in their brains or circuitry. As you kind of wince, you hear the following. As the lifeblood drains from this pitiful soul before you, you guys kind of look at this soldier in front of you. And as this speech is going on, once again, with the pain in your head, you're hearing this voice in your head, this very demonic sounding voice in your heads. The apparition goes from like, I'm not gonna say ghost-like, but like invisible, and like slowly crescendos into kind of like a physical being, right? This is happening as the speech is going on. So as the lifeblood drains from this pitiful soul before you, so too shall hope to drain from your hearts. You see, you have labored under the illusion of righteousness, believing that your feebled acts of valor can triumph over the shadow that engulfs this world. But what you fail to comprehend is that light cannot exist without the darkness. As this life fades away, so too does the last shred of compassion within my being. You are nothing more than gnats buzzing around with misguided notions of justice. You mean not to Astaroth, but nothing more than errand boys delivering a meal. Now I say, give me what I seek. Now, as this is saying, once again, this creature is corporealizing in front of your eyes, and what you see is around the head of this marionette soldier is this massive hands. And as those last lines, now give me what I seek, his hand just crushes the head with the helmet of this body, and he whips it over the ledge in the water, revealing this motherfucker in front of you. Everybody,
Oh,
roll
boy.
initiative in a second.
Damn, it's like a bat with a pitchfork and legs.
That's Belrog.
Bloody hell.
Oh, the Balrog's back.
Roll initiative, bitches.
Everything's a Balrog.
Yes.
17.
12.
Nat 20.
I
Damn.
got a 7.
Got a 16.
18.
You guys don't hear music, let me know. There's
Oh, I
always
hear it.
music. There's
The
always
drum's
music.
going hard.
I had to turn it down a little bit.
Yep,
The
that's
drums echo. They're coming. They're
fine. One
coming.
seems to be rolled up. As you see this creature corporealize in front of you, Relix, you are up as this, once again, this soldier that was once like just standing there, not under his own weight, his head gets crushed as his body, or his head just pops in the palm of this creature. You hear a splash as that body hits the water below. And this creature grabs its weapon, leans into it. You're up, Belix.
Yeah. So I'm going to do cast enlarge, enlarging myself to one size, and then do the bonus action wild shape. So it would be a huge spider when it's all said and done.
Absolutely can accommodate that, please. Whoop. And I'm just gonna move your normal token to the side for me, okay?
Yep. And then with the spell, that should be a 3x3.
Spell, that should be a 3x3. Got it. Set size, 3x3. Whoop, holy shit. Whoop, let's just put you right over here.
Spider-Man.
Big spooter.
Actually, no,
Spider-Pig.
fuck that. Let's put you right up here. Bang, there you go.
And then that's all I can do.
For the
this
record.
turn.
For the record, everyone just saw this decrepit old man grow into a big, fucking, awesome-looking spider. I just want to acknowledge that. Right next to you, by the way, as well, Wrath.
Yeah, Wrath, you just see
Brad just
the old
looks at it and it's like, it's impressive. But
Yeah.
not the
So-
weirdest fucking thing I've ever seen.
Well, So context here, Wrath. This is basically it's got like eldritch power mixed into it, so it's not just a regular giant spider.
Still, not the weirdest thing Wrath has ever seen, honestly.
Penitence.
Dog.
Penitence is going to scream and kind of cower away a little bit.
As she shrills and kind of ducks further behind the party. It's at that point in time, Penitence. What's your AC, Penitence?
She has a 12.
You hear a whistle whiz by your head. As you follow where it lands, you see a longbow arrow whip into the dirt near you. A follow-up shot. Did you say your AC was again?
12.
You feel a sting in your upper thigh.
She cries out.
For 6 points of piercing damage, you are
Ouch.
allowed to have a free perception check if you wish to see where it came from.
Sorry, that was a persuasion check. 11.
11 beats my 6. You see an image of something kind of ducked behind some rocks. Next up, Soraka.
Can you indicate where that is?
Right here.
Gotcha. Okay. Also, I don't want to ruin the flow here, Frog, but like these trees to the.
Yeah, no, they're floating.
Okay, gotcha.
I had to do this on the fly.
Okay, no worries.
Soraka, what's your AC?
18.
18, as you yourself would hear a whistle whiz by you into the dirt beyond, and a second one colliding with the ground in front of your feet. You're welcome to give a free perception to see where it came from.
18?
Yep. As you would see movement behind the tree nearby. Ducking behind, getting full cover from you. Flea, you are up. Be advised, the two things that were seen by Soraka or Penitence. Only the penitent man shall pass. Penitence.
Yes, there you
Penitence.
go.
Yeah, so Flea, initially you would not see these targets, just so you're aware. Unless you take an action to spot it.
No. I'm gonna shoot the big guy.
You do so. Bless you, sweetheart.
25 to hit.
25 will absolutely slide into.
That's a
the-
crit.
Nice.
Because
Did you really
everybody
crit?
loves assassination.
Did you really crit? Oh, because it's
It's
the
a-
first attack. Yeah.
25. $20. 8.
So
53 points of damage.
Fucking shit.
Wow.
All right, give me 1
If I just
second.
burned this spell slot, I swear to God.
Your bolt slides into the belly of this creature and it shrills in pain, doubles over, pulls it out, chucks it over the bridge, and just looks right at you as he begins to put his hand in front of his face with his weapon in the other hand. Would that be your- would that be
Bonus
your turn?
action dash. No, we'll stay right here. And that'll be the end of my turn.
Fan-fucking-tastic. Which leads us to the guy you just shot.
Oh, shit.
Look out!
Oh, he really wants to do this to you. But as he gets ready to target you, you dip behind the barn, taking full cover. Naturally, his eyes make direct contact with Flynn. Need to measure something real quick. Yep. Flynn, give me a wisdom saving throw.
How was that? Wisdom. Oh my god, it was. Yeah, we're gonna inspo that. A 21.
You fucking lucky son of a bitch, dude. You are so fucking lucky. I cannot believe both campaigns how fucking lucky you are. You son of a bitch.
Well, is this one gonna be an insta kill too?
It's not going to be an insta kill, but it'll be half damage. So, this kind of like this warble, right? This warbling sound, and like the air, you don't see it happening. Like there's no physical, but like almost like heat waves on the highway. You know, that blurry kind of air kind of situation warbles in your direction. And when it reaches you, you hear this shrieking, blood-curdling, terrifying shrill. And it just echoes, and it almost feels like your brain's about to fucking explode. Give me 1 second here. You take of that. 17 points of psychic damage rattles into your brain. And like when it gets, you just hear, "We're gonna kill you!" As well as, "Give me what I seek." And that would be not his turn as he moves forward. Making his way closer to you. Flynn, you are up after hearing what he said to you. Actually, no, I'm sorry. It's not. I'm sorry. His turn is not up. He has 2 more. Soraka.
Say what?
Soraka. He cascades his hand out. Where there's like this massive burst of energy just kind of warbles in your direction. I'm assuming a 14 does not hit you. As he uses his staff, bangs it in the ground, and another warble makes his way towards you again, Soraka. That's a 23 to hit, sir. Does that make it?
Oh yeah, that makes it.
Boom. You feel this force collide, almost like this hearty, heavy wind with like invisible stones in it. Just nail into you for 14 points of force damage.
Whew.
You also start to see, like, because he was kind of hunched over a little bit from that last bolt shot, he begins to kind of stand up a little bit straighter. Now it's your turn, Flynn.
Alright, Flynn is gonna be ooh, almost a lot of health actually. Flynn, kind of looking around, seeing the ambush taking place, is going to reach by his belt and grip a wand, and he'll reply back to the message and it said, "Is this what you want?" And he's going to use his wand in the direction of Irek.
Okay. Give me a second. As you pull your wand out and basically taunt him, he'll respond, "Get it!" And you said you want to use it, hey? You sure you want to do that, Fate?
I can see your point. That could probably be a problem, huh? You know what? Flynn is not going to do it. Flynn is going to take one step forward. One step forward. Step to the side. And he's going to use his ring.
Okay.
We are going to need a
Oh, by the
dexterity
way.
saving throw.
Did you roll your charges when you woke up this morning?
Yeah, that too.
Okay. Dexterity saving throw, you said?
Yep.
This is
17?
Dex save. A 17 passes, so you're going to take half.
Okay.
Where's the dice for a 5d4? Oh, I guess right. All right. Okay, 29, 30, 41 total, so 21 damage.
Where are you getting that from? These are 3 separate bolts, you said?
Yeah, well, it's 5d4 times 3. So I used 3 charges.
Got you. And you said that was how much total? I'm sorry?
It's 41 total, so half would be 21. I guess if you round up.
21 it is. Boom! As these bolts slam into it, it kind of like ricochets him back a little bit, but he maintains his posture. Would that be your
Yep,
turn?
and we're going to try and take some cover behind the wagon.
You got it. Penitence, you're up.
all right.
Soraka, you're on deck.
She is terrified of the spider and casts. No, I'm just kidding. That's ally. Where is it? I should have fucking measured this shit before now, but
Who's making loop-de-loops?
that's pretty far. She is just going to attempt to cast Eldritch Blast at the big thing.
The main creature, correct?
Yeah, yep.
Okay, go for it.
12.
12 to hit is going to whiz past him.
Lame. Okay. In her panic, she just like lets one out, and it's just gonna go way off.
Absolutely, cascading in the back, almost hitting into the bridge. Would that be your turn?
Yes, that's my turn.
Right, Soraka, you're up. Wrath, you're on deck.
Roger.
All right, I am going to retreat a little bit here because I need to get the hell back.
I'm gonna get some water real quick.
Okay. And I'm going to cast Sanctuary on myself.
Get it.
And that leaves me with an action. I will cast, that form is still terrifying, but I hope you can frontline with it. Resistance on, Bellix.
You got it.
So you get a 1d4 on, any saving throw.
Okay.
Beautiful. Would that be your turn?
That is it.
Wrath, you are up. As
Awesome.
Wrath makes his combat debut.
Also, I need a token for joy because my homunculus servant gets to do shit in combat. It's not just a familiar. It's kind of like a ranger's companion.
Gotcha. Give me a moment. Do your thing, and I will try to figure that out.
You get a flying rock.
He'll move up here to the front of the wagon. All right, and he's going to, as his bonus action, whenever he as he's running out, Joy jumps off of his shoulder and takes flight, and Wrath shrugs down his shield into his arm, as it kind of the arcane sigils on it light up, and he will tell her to open fire, but then a cannon pops up on his shoulder, and a tuning fork flies out. And as it's flying, what looks like a tuning fork, it's flying and vibrating as he casts Shatter on Irek. So as soon as that fork gets to him, it just starts creating a really loud, high-pitched ringing and then detonates.
By the way, I gave you a token of Joy next to you. It's an owl. You shouldn't have to deal with that,
Awesome.
unfortunately. All right. I believe, was that dex save?
No, it's a Constitution score of a 15. Con save 15.
21 to my save.
All right. Well, he still takes half damage. So he'll take 5 points from that, and let me see, and then that'll be the end of Wrath's turn, and then Joy, because she takes her turn immediately after mine. Mm-hmm. Her beak opens up wider as a smaller cannon pops out, and this concussive blast flies out of it for a force strike. It's got a range of
120, I think.
No, it has a range of 30 feet.
Oh, okay.
So she'll move closer because she has a fly speed. So that should put her in range. No, she's got to move just a little bit more. There we go. She's within 30 feet now. Let me see what that is. 14 to hit.
14 does not do it, as the blast itself clips his staff.
Okay. That will be the end of Wrath's turn for now.
Fantastic. Fuck.
Oh, can we enable flying on Joy so I can lift her up, because she's 10 feet off the ground right now too. How do I lift her up?
Hold down control.
Thank you. Sorry, never had a flying creature before.
No problem. Penitence. You are number 1. Flynn, you're number 2. Bellix, you're number 3. Flea, you're number 4. And yeah. Flea, why don't you roll me a d4, please?
A 2.
2. I said, was it Flynn was number 2, right?
Indeed.
That's right on color, actually. I'm cool with that. Flynn, what's your AC?
It's gonna be 17, because I'm a shielding.
Alright, so you hear a whistle of a projectile swinging your way. The first one hits the cart in front of you, right next to your face, with a thud and a ding. The second one hits with an 18. Does that hit you?
Yep.
You feel an arrow piercing into your side for a mere 5 points of damage, slamming into you. The sting is one to remember. You're welcome to make a free perception check if you wish.
A 15.
Let's see if my ability to stay. Nope, these guys are loud and clunky as shit. You see that arrow come from this general direction. Do you see?
Yep, I see it.
Fantastic. All right, that takes care of that. And now those three, by the way, have ducked behind cover. So they are actively jumping out, shooting at the moment. Which brings us to Bellix.
Yep. I'm gonna move up my once. Gonna move forward 30 feet.
Okay. You need me to move for you? Or you got it.
Please. I don't have tail spire, but it's the last week where I can't get that up.
Okay, cool. So you want to move forward towards the big bad?
Yep.
All right, 30 feet. You're just gonna go right over the fucking cart because you can. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. Okay.
And then,
By the way, your spider token's really fucking intimidating. By the way.
good. Yeah, I'll just hold action for right now.
What's your trigger?
If the big guy goes to move, if the big guy goes to move, it's gonna be doing the web ability from the spider.
What's the range of the web?
It's 30 to 60 feet.
Oh, so there's a disadvantage after 30?
Oh, I thought it was okay. Can you move me back? That was what, 20 feet?
You back 20 feet?
No, move me back 10, because I think it's 20 feet to the big dude right now. I'm basically just trying to get towards, he's 30 feet away.
That'll work.
And yeah, I'll hold my action until if he tries to move, I'm going to do the
Look at
web
that.
ability on him.
Right. A and C are both going to just jump out and do their thing at the same time because they're back to back. C is going to shoot at Flynn. So Flynn, 2 arrows go your way. For 24. Another one for 10.
One hits, one miss.
That one, oh, not bad. Only 3 points of damage as that one stings you. That was C to Flynn. A to what looks like the only real main target he could shoot at is Wrath from here. So Wrath, 2 shots at you.
All right.
One for a mere 13, which I know misses. Oh, that's a crit. Unless there's anything you can do to nullagate, because that's a word. Nullify the crit. Anything?
No.
"16 points of piercing damage chunks into your armor.
Roger.
It landed with a mighty thud as they both dip down and back behind cover. Flea, you're up.
Okay. Is it fine to say I can lean out, shoot, and stay in the same spot?
Yeah, that's fine.
Okay, steady aim, taking a shot at the big guy.
Get it.
26 to hit.
Yeah. You're starting to shoot like Asher.
14.
14 points of damage.
4 points of poison. I think as long as I have advantage, I get sneak attack, right?
Yep.
And 12 points of sneak attack.
At you.
Woo!
Your bolts, thud, thud. He just kind of once again looks at his belly and then just looks up at you, squints, closes his fist as he's really getting pissed off at you. And it looks like he's getting ready to head in your direction. Would that be your turn?
I don't think I can really hide because there's the guy across the way, but yeah, that'll be the end of my turn.
I want my recharge real quick. All right. He grabs his staff with both hands and kind of squeezes it. He's really, really showing a lot of frustration. His staff begins to kind of glow with a little gem in it, and he pushes it forward, creating this, once again, this warbling kind of atmospheric pressure in that general direction. Soraka, roll me a d4, but before you do that, Soraka, you're 1, Belix, you're 2, Wrath, you're 3, Joy is 4. 1?
4.
4. What did I say was 4? Joy? Aw,
Yep.
Yep.
what a waste. Joy gives me a wisdom saving throw.
Rip Joy.
1 second, let me pull that.
Yep. What a fucking waste.
Sorry, Matt.
All right, so that's just a flat roll for her because she doesn't have any type of saving throws.
Sorry, say again.
It's just a 4. It's a flat roll for wisdom saves.
Okay, yeah. It's fucking done for me, unfortunately. But if you want to get technical, it takes 42 points of psychic damage. Is it susceptible to psychic damage?
Do what?
Is it susceptible to psychic damage as a clockwork thing? I just want to make sure it doesn't have like its character sheet is immune or something. I don't think it's immune, but it's worth checking just in case.
No, it's just immune to exhaustion and poison.
Gotcha. Yeah. So basically, unfortunately, Joy.
It's all right. I can rebuild her.
Yeah, you can rebuild her. I know. It was honestly, it was good that Joy took that shot because that could have done some work. So
That could have killed any
Yeah.
one of us.
Yeah. So Joy
Not
fucking
me.
moves into like I envision like that cliche cartoonish kind of bird that blows up in mid-flight, but metal.
Except it's just metal. Yeah. And now Wrath is pissed.
But yeah, honestly, that was best case scenario. That was good. All right, and then angry, he goes boom, boom, twice on the ground with it. 1 to Soraka and 1 to Belix. The one towards Soraka first. 18 to hit.
Wisdom save though.
Oh no, this is not a wisdom save. This is just a straight up range attack.
No. He needs to make a wisdom save to hit me. Sanctuary.
Oh yeah. So what if I don't pass it? It goes
You
to the
need
next
to.
available
You need to.
one?
No, you need to hit somebody else
All
or
right.
lose the attack.
All right, then since my second attack was going to Belix, I'll just take both to Belix. So first one to Belix is a 17
Hits.
and a 23.
Hit.
First blast goes to 14. The second blast hits for 7.
Got it.
With that, as both those blasts pound into you, and that is considered force damage if it matters. Flynn,
Ooh,
you
pound
are
into me.
actually, you know what? No, Flynn's not back. This guy's going to step backwards a little bit.
He
On
starts
his
moving. That web
movement.
starts shooting.
I go
You said it
and
was
shoot
in
the web
30
on
feet.
movement.
Alright, get it. What is it, a deck save? Or is it a range attack?
It's a range attack.
Okay, get it.
1 sec.
Come on, hit him.
Does a 16 hit?
Yes, it does.
Alright, 1 sec. Alright, so he is restrained and target can make a DC 12 strength check to burst through the webbing for their action. Otherwise, they are restrained until the webbing's destroyed. The webbing has an AC of 10 and an HP of 5. Vulnerable to fire damage.
Okay, he's restrained, so he's basically stuck in place. Got it.
Hooray!
All right, with that webbing, he's like trying to pull out of it. He doesn't seem to be doing it well at all. And then now it's Flynn.
Finn's going to cast Fog Cloud. That's a 20-foot radius on Flynn.
Is it Fog Cloud, correct?
Yep. I can get Soraka in it along with the other guy. Let's do that right there.
Let me make that permanent for now. Give me 1 second.
Oh no.
No, can you make that permanent? Are you able to? You just leave it.
I don't think I can.
Just don't click it off. You should be all right? Yes, no.
Yep, we're good. It's good. That's the end of my turn.
All right. Next up, we have Penitence. You're up, followed by Soraka, then Wrath.
All right. She sees. Is this guy that my character's kind of staring at right now? You know what I'm talking about? Behind the rock and the log thing here?
I mean, they're actively behind full cover every time they shoot. They're kind of going up and ducking. So, did he
Currently
shoot you
can't
last
see
time?
anything.
Okay.
Oh yeah, you're inside the fucking fog, so you can't even see unless you move out of it. Yeah.
Oh, okay. Well, she is going to move to right there then. Actually, let's do this correctly here and stick on the... Yeah, right there is fine. Can't see him very well, so I think we're just gonna attempt to Eldritch Blast the dude thing again.
Okay.
27 to hit.
27 absolutely slams into that dude.
Alright. That's gonna be a flat 7 damage.
7 damage to Big Boy.
Yeah, to Big Boy.
You got it. As it cascades into his person. Would that be all?
That is my turn.
Fantastic. Next up, Soraka.
All right. Well. So I need a ruling, frog. Aid. It increases maximum hit points, and hit points increase by 5. Will that proc Disciple of Life? Anytime I use a spell to heal, it adds some healing.
Read aid to me again, please.
So aid. Choose up to 3 creatures within range. Each target's hit points maximum, and current hit points increase by 5. Disciple of Life.
Read the one of your heal spells, like your cure wounds. Read that to me.
I think
it's the wording I'm looking for. I want to see.
Yeah,
what
it's
they
increase.
define.
It's increase versus. They regain hit points versus increase.
My gut's telling me it doesn't apply.
Okay,
because
that's fine.
It's a flat raise versus a heal. You know what I mean?
That's all right. That's what I clarification on. So I'm going to cast Aid. I was going to hit Flynn, but Flynn is not in my view anymore. So as much as I hate it, I realize that we need to kind of buff up some people here. So I'm going to cast level 3 Aid. Myself, Flea, Spider, and Wrath get 10 hit points. Or 10 maximum. So if you click on your hit points, you can do a max HP modifier of 10.
Do we heal 10 as well, or does it just go up by 10?
So you get max, and you get those hit points. It's like a heal, but it's not a heal.
Okay, so
if you're, what's your maximum right now?
My maximum is 50.
So you're at 60 health points.
Okay, but I already took damage, so does it auto heal me all the way up to 60?
No. It increases to 10. Whatever you're at, increase 10.
All right, I'm confused. So,
all right, so whatever damage you have, plus 10 to your life. But your maximum also goes up too.
Just increase your maximum health by 10. Your health pool will change accordingly.
All right, there you go. Have you just changed that max HP modifier when you click on your health points? You got it. All right, and then bonus action, I will take
got it.
On my starry form of the chalice.
Get it.
And seeing this fog cloud here, I'm going to dip into it real quick. That'll be my turn.
Awesome. Followed by Wrath. You're up.
All right. Fuck. As my bonus action, I'm going to use defensive barriers. Or what is it called? The actual wording on it. Pull it up. Defensive field. Sorry, I get 5 temp HP. It's a bonus action.
Yep.
And then I'm gonna move. Hold on. We can move diagonally, right?
Once.
Okay. Yeah, I still can't get within range of them. Too far back.
You good?
Yeah, and then as my action, I'm gonna cast magic missile.
Oh, nice. Go for it. Oof. Oof.
All right.
Oof.
He lifts his arm up, and like the 3 cannons pop out of that big gauntlet, and
Yep.
3 bolts of energy fly out. And Homeboy takes 12 points of damage from it.
Boom, boom, boom. As it kind of pushes him back here and there, he takes 1 step back as a result. He looks hurt, but not that bad. Would that be your turn?
Yeah, I can't get close enough to him to punch him yet.
Warrior B will stick his head out of the grass and shoot at Penitence.
Do what you want.
Yep. First one at a 25. Second one at a flat 20.
Yep, both of them.
A mere 9 points of damage slides into your armor.
Lack thereof.
Yeah, well, gotta say something cool.
Okay.
Would that be my turn for him? Yep, as he once again ducks and covers. Bellix, you're up.
Going to move up, so I'm right in front of the big dude, and I'm going to take a swing at him.
Got it. As you slither your way up there. Go and make your swings.
That's a miss. That's sad.
Unfortunately, you try to make your attack, and in his struggle to get himself free, he just kind of dips aside, and your attack falls a little short. Would that be your turn?
Depressingly so.
Bummer. However, C and A are going to take shots at you, Bellix. That's 4 arrows going your way. 1 for a 14, 1 for a nat 20, 1 for a 9. Wow, 1 for another nat 20. Does the 14 hit you or no?
AC's 14.
Wow, so that's technically 3 hits, 2 crits, so 5 rolls. So 5 rolls, 1 crit here, the crit here, and a regular roll. This might sting, actually. Actually, that could have been a lot worse. 13 plus 6 is 19, plus 5 is 24 in total. That's 5 arrows. Slam into your carapace. Flea, you are up, sir.
Shooting big boy again.
Get it? I'm gonna say this. You got a really big spider right in front of this guy who's actually technically bigger than the bad guy here. I'll let you do it. I think logically I have to give you a negative modifier. So I'm gonna make it. Just go ahead.
Can I attempt to make a counter to that?
Yeah,
The movie Eight-Legged Freaks, the giant spiders, and how much room is under them.
That's what I was about to say. There's so much room under him, I could shoot him in the
I'll
leg.
tell you what. I'm gonna let fate decide this. Not fate as in the player, fate as FATE. Right? I'll tell you what. I will give you a 50-50 for that argument. And the person that's going to dictate that is Steven. So, Matt, odds or evens?
I'll take the odds every time.
Odds. If it's an odd number, we go with your idea. And he can do it without penalty. Go ahead, Steven. An odd number. Take your shot, sir.
So it's a 23 to hit.
The dice gods have spoken as your bolt slams into the kneecaps of this fucking guy.
So 13.
15.
2 poison. And 6 seek attack.
Beautiful. He buckles down to one knee and then kind of picks himself back up. He's starting to show signs of fatigue. Would that be your
I'm
turn?
just unloading on this guy.
Yeah, you are.
Yeah, that'll be my turn.
All right. Next up is homie G-Funk, who sees you standing right in front of him. He will take both hands and kind of aim it above you, and just kind of goes with two of these force blasts. Boom. Boom. So the first one at an 18. Second one with a 28. I'm assuming they both hit, Felix.
If it's 14 higher, yep.
Sure. So the first one is going to slam for only 5. That sucks. The second one slams for 12. That's 17 total there. He grabs his staff.
Hold on, because that second hit knocks me out of the wild shape.
Okay, so let me swap you out right quick.
Oh no!
You hear the sound of Mario Brothers. Do.
Mhm.
Do you still stay large?
I actually was supposed to make con saves for that stuff, but I have advantage on them.
Okay.
Do you
go
still have
ahead.
the rolls?
It's the damage, not the rolls, right?
Correct.
A 12 and a 5. So a 10 and a 12, right? Is that how it works?
I got 19 and a 5.
Ooh.
So I would have lost concentrate. Or wait, no, that's I have advantage. So one sec.
Yep.
The second one would have been a 13. with
Oh,
the
that would have
advantage.
passed. That would have passed.
Okay.
Right? Because you would have to make a 12, correct?
I believe so.
Yeah, you'd have to have a 12 or higher to the second one.
There you are, as you are a big old man. Now he looks at you with his staff, with the glowing gem in the middle. Ooh, slams it in the ground as this warbling kind of sound. Give me a wisdom save, old man.
Remember, you do have resistance
So I add a D4 to it, right?
if you
Correct.
want to.
Oh, yeah, your aid gave us resistance to something, didn't it?
I don't think it does, just because you max HP.
Oh, okay.
Alright, so the save itself, one sec, was an 18 plus 3, so 21.
Beautiful. You will take half this damage as this warbling energy just collides into you. It vibrates your entire body. You lean into it for only 14 points of psychic damage. Make another con save for your concentration, sir. And beat a 14.
Got an 18.
Nice. You're sticking with it, old timer. And this is there. Okay, cool. Flynn, you are up, followed by Penitence.
All right.
You'll
Oh,
hear
no,
in your
flying
head,
away?
Flynn, give it to me, and I will let you live.
Flynn's gonna say never, and we're gonna use the ring again, and we're gonna send another attack at Eirik.
Get it?
There's your image of the day, Matt.
That's a deck save, is that right?
Hold on, I gotta read. This one is. Yeah, deck save 15.
I failed. This might hurt.
And what you would see is a really large ball of lightning kind of just palming it. Flynn starts to palm it, and he like kind of tosses it up in his right hand a little bit, and then he like rears back and just throws it at Eirik, and it's going to hit. For 17 damage. I had 2
17.
ones in that roll, dude. Oh god.
17 points of damage as Eirik kind of shuffles back a little bit. He's still standing strong, but he does look like he's showing signs of fatigue.
And then we're going to jump into the fog cloud again.
Gotcha. Your fog cloud seems to be missing, sir. So, real quick, was this it right here? Was it 20 feet?
Yep. Close enough.
Whatever, that's fine.
A little more to the right, because now it's getting in the way of Flea.
Yeah.
I think like the center was directly behind the wagon.
Yep.
That look about right?
Do it.
Okay. Alright, Penitence, you're up.
All right. We are going to. Is this guy still hiding behind the damn thing? What a fucker.
Yeah, they're intentionally ducking and covering after every shot.
Okay. What's the deal with Eldritch Blast? Doesn't it stay on them and they just keep taking the damage? Isn't that a thing?
Blast.
No.
That's you're talking
No,
about.
each
That's
shot's
Witch Bolt.
separate.
That's Witch,
Witch
Bolt.
Bolt. That's right. Okay. Okay. Well
Oh,
then,
if you're a 5th level warlock, you should have 2 Eldritch
I'm not a
Blasts
warlock.
at level 5.
I'm not a
Okay.
warlock.
I think it's dependent on the level, anyways. If it's
Yeah, it just depends on the
Cantrip.
level. Even if it's a like you got the cantrip from like a feat or something, you could still.
So like, are you saying? Because it says
It's
two,
so
total
fixed,
beams
is it-
2.
Yeah, you
Does that
roll
mean
for
that I
each
roll
beam.
damage twice? Is that
you
right?
make 2 attacks with it,
Yeah. So.
Oh, gotcha. Okay.
so you should have been making 2 attacks each turn with Eldritch Blast.
Gotcha.
So,
okay.
so
Target-
at some
you can
point
target
you'll have
separate-
like 4 or 5 beams you can use with it, and you could actually make independent targets with them too. You can literally go.
Gotcha.
Yeah, it's pretty sick.
Gotcha. Well, for right now, we're just gonna target Big Dude again.
Okay.
So here's the first attack. 20,
Hits.
non-nat. That one is going to be 8 damage.
Beautiful.
Sec-
Do your second one. Yeah.
nice.
Is 13.
A 13 will not cut that, unfortunately.
All right, and then that's my turn.
Beautiful. As you continue to fly bolts in that direction. Soraka, you're up, followed by Wrath.
All right, I'm going to pop out of the cloud over here. Does Bellix, Wrath, or Flea look injured?
Bellix isn't a spider anymore. But Bellix, how much health you got left? Actually, I can see right here. Bellix is looking pretty hardy. Wrath is also looking pretty hardy, although they're both damaged.
Okay. Let's shoot a healing word to Bellix.
Okay.
First level. Nice. For 13 points of healing.
Insane.
And
Fucking healing word for 13 points of healing.
and
Life
Wrath,
domain clerics are crazy.
Wrath, you will get. Where is it? It's been so long since I played this thing. 1d8 plus 3.
That literally healed me for all the damage except for one I took.
Nice. You get 11 points of healing, Wrath.
Fuck yeah.
Out of here, dude. You're making me want to make a life domain cleric. Just saying.
Oh, it's Life Domain, and Druid of the Stars.
It's insane, dude.
All right, and for my
Wrath is
action-
like almost up to max with the aid.
That's incredible.
All
All
right.
right, will that be your turn, Soraka?
1 second.
Pop back into the fog.
I'm going to take a Starform Archer attack at the big dude.
Get it?
All right, I missed.
Yes, you absolutely miss as your little fucking shooting star flies past. Would that be your turn?
Ducking back into the cloud, and that's my turn.
You got it, Wrath. You're up.
Alright, Wrath is pissed because motherfucker killed his bird. So he's going to move up.
Rip bird. We hardly knew ye.
Dude, I'll tell you what, that bird imploded.
I'm just trying to get Wrath lined up where he's facing him. Alright, so that's in my movement. And now Wrath is going to punch this motherfucker.
Get it?
That fist comes out and it starts crackling with like static electricity and it's got like pneumatic pistons on there.
Crit one,
For
crit one.
a dirty 20.
Dirty 20 hits.
For 8 points of thunder damage on the first attack. Motherfucker gets extra attack though, so that first punch goes in and then it like comes back and he punches him again.
Get it?
For a 24 to hit.
Yeah, absolutely hits.
7 points of thunder damage.
7 additional points as you Rocky Balboa his upper thigh. Boom, boom.
And Rat's armor starts letting off like blinding flashes. If he does, he has disadvantage if he targets anybody but Wrath on his next turn.
Got you. Nice. Would that
I'm
be
so
your
happy
turn?
I'm in the fog cloud right now. Soraka might be catching some PTSD if she saw this in action.
Awesome.
What's going on out there? You don't want to know. The big guy's getting fisted.
Rat's just laying some fucking haymakers on this bastard.
The demonic warrior B will pop up and continue. You know what? You can see Flea from there. He's gonna move. He's gonna move and take a squeaky shot at Flea because why not? Flea hasn't taken much damage at all. Flea, 22 to hit, followed with a that is another nat 20. Look at my man, my fingers hold power today. So that would be a crit and a regular. Regular one slides into your armor for only a mere 4 points of damage. But the crit, almost max damage. 15 points. So 19 total as you feel 2 longbow arrows slam into you, senor. That brings us to Bellix.
So, bonus action while chipping back into the spider. And then I'm gonna bite the dude with the spider.
Bite the dude with the... Oh, you're going back into spider.
So are you a
Alright.
huge
Yeah.
spider again?
Yep.
Huge as in times 3, right?
Yeah, 3x3.
Beautiful. I too like to face the tokens the proper way. Call me Gracie. There you go.
Does a 14 hit?
Does a 14 hit? It does not, as the mandibles get stopped by the staff he's holding. Would that
Oh,
be
that's
your
all
turn?
sure then.
Damn it.
Yeah. So, side question: has he broke out of the webbing?
No, he's still
Nope.
just taking it like a champ. He's just fighting
Okay.
back. A and C.
Yeah. The
Oh, go ahead.
only thing I'll do is I'll just move like 5 feet to the right.
Okay. 5 feet. So you want to close the gap with Wrath?
Yes.
Okay, boom. You skither on over that way. You know what? These longbowmen are going to shoot back at you again. They're Bellix.
Wee.
So that's going to be 4 altogether. So a 21, a 15, a 16. That's going to miss. And a 9.
AC's 14.
So 3 hits. 1, 2, and 3.
I just realized it's playing some city music.
It's playing city music. What?
Is it playing
Bot.
combat music?
Not for
Oh
me.
no, it's not.
It's
It's
playing
been
city
it's
talk.
been mellow for about 20 minutes.
What's playing city talk?
Tal Rune audio.
Thanks for the heads up, dudes.
I just realized it as I was hearing like some talking going on back. I'm just like, wait, who's doing that?
I don't hear that.
You're not going to hear it now. I just turned that shit off. Awesome. So, where were we? That's right. So, in total, that's 15, 16, 17, 18 damage in total. Bellix.
Got it.
Flea, you are up.
Shooting him again. Definitely
it.
shooting him. 17.
17 hits.
13 points. 3 poison. 9 sneak attack.
So, 16, 25 total. As, once again, your bolts are just kind of nailing kneecaps and whatever pieces of him you can see. He's hurting. He's looking pretty bad shape, and he seems to be staggering as he kind of... Well, are you done with your turn?
Yeah, that's all I can do.
He, out of desperation, looks around for the easiest target. And he's going to attempt to go right back into... You know, he looks at Wrath after getting punched in the leg a couple times. He's going for Wrath on this one. Wrath. So, well, let me see if I recharge my ability first. Cool. The warbling sound can be seen coming from its staff, Wrath. He slams it into the ground as the warble reaches you. Give me a wisdom save, please, sir.
Like a 7.
You got an inspo by chance, or no? I don't think you would you?
Unless I can. I had one whenever the Tuesday table
Nope.
the last time ended.
Nope.
Didn't know if it'd carry over.
No.
I wrote that journal for nothing then. God damn.
It was a great journal, sir.
You don't even remember it.
I don't remember. All right, so that was a lot of ones. 35 points of psychic damage. Dude, I rolled
Jesus
2 ones
Christ.
on that one.
2 ones is a lot of ones.
2 ones out of 6. That's not bad.
All right.
35 total as you feel your circuitry inside your brain area fucking.
Wrath is looking a little fucked up, but he's still in it.
He is also going to then take both hands and at the same time. That one might miss. 18 to hit.
That misses.
And
My
second
AC is
one-
22.
Second one, the dice landed in the fucking way. I think it's a dirty 20, but it doesn't matter because it misses anyway. As both of those strikes miss. Boom.
Wisdom saves are the only thing. Like, wisdom and charisma saves are Wrath's bane.
Flynn, followed by Penitence.
Alright, Flynn's gonna poke out again. And he's had about enough of this whole combat, and he reaches his hand up in the air and he rips a hole into the sky above, and a ball of flame and power just start to descend down behind Eirik. And he had dex save.
The fireball?
Yep.
So I'm going to say you can target. Yeah, that's fine. You can get it without hitting anybody back. Dex save I rolled was a 15.
So that meets, right? So it passes.
Correct.
silvery barbs, and you're gonna roll it again.
Oh,
Nice.
Oh, it already has disadvantage on dex saves for being restrained.
and disadvantage on
Ah!
attacks rolls.
Oh, well, the attack rolls disadvantage if it was anything outside of Wrath. I actually hit Wrath, so that doesn't matter, right?
No, you're
restrained.
no,
The restrained thing, I just put it into the general check because I went to go double check what it was, and I came across that.
So
That's from D&D Beyond.
all of his attacks would have disadvantage because he's restrained, regardless of if he was targeting Wrath or not.
Doesn't fucking matter. He missed anyway.
And his dex save would have already been at disadvantage. So Eustace, you probably don't have to use silvery
Save the
barbs.
silvery barbs. Let me do the dex check again. Well, yeah, 13, so I failed.
Nuclear launch detected.
All right, let's roll the dam. 29 damage.
As your fireball descends from the sky, he leans to the side and points at you with a hearty grin. I'll be seeing you again. As the fireball descends down and explodes behind him, engulfing him out of Wrath's and Belex's line of sight temporarily in black flame, you hear the agonizing scream of burning as he begins to disintegrate. The powder dissipates into the air of his corpse. And he's no longer visible. Would that be your turn?
I'm gonna step back into the fog cloud. And now it's the end of my turn.
Alright, give me 1 second. I need to update a note real fast. It's relevant, so I need to do this real quick. That's awesome, dude. You're gonna love that. Alright, cool. Next up, Penitence. As you see the big bad dude disintegrate downwind, you are aware of other creatures in the area, but you can't see them directly at the moment.
She is going to... I think she is also interested in going back into the fog cloud for right now.
Do so. Would that be your turn?
That's my turn.
Soraka.
Alright. Popping out of the fog cloud. And what we got here? Who's limping?
Wrath is pretty fucking
Wrath's
hurt.
pretty fucked up.
Yeah, Wrath took a wallop.
Okay, let's get Wrath. Yeah, I'll do it.
He did charge forward.
I know, I'm just debating if she wants to heal the Warforged. I think she'll still do it. She sees you taking on the big thing. Alright, let's give you a level 2 healing word. For 12 points of life. And then you get 7 on top of that as well.
Fuck yeah.
And what is the distance on... I cast resistance on Belix, because he's in range.
Got it.
And that'll be it.
Okay.
Wrath, you're up.
It's a cantrip.
Alright, Wrath is gonna move because he knows there's a dude hiding in a tree off to the across the road. Can I see old boy from? I mean, Wrath can see him from here.
I mean, you know he's there. He is actively trying to take cover. So any
But from where
range-
Wrath's standing, he can see the dude.
I mean, yeah, you know he's there. he is actively behind cover. So from there, I'm going to say he's not total cover from you, but he'll gain some benefits from ducking up against the tree.
All I need to know is so Wrath can see him. All right. He's going to hit him with magic missile.
Oh, yeah. You should
That's
lead
why I
with
wanted to
that
know
next
if he
time.
could see it.
Yeah, gotcha. Wow.
Oh, damn near max. So 9 points of damage to that thing.
Poof, the poof, the poof. Warrior Steve, 9 points of damage. You got it, sir.
And as his bonus action, he gives himself 5 more temp HP.
You got it, sir. All right, would that be your turn?
Like 10 feet. So he has like 10 feet of movement left, I think. So he's going to move just 10 more feet.
Roger that. Warrior B is going to hop out from behind his cover and pop another shot over at Flea.
3.
2 shots at you. That's not going to hit. And an 18? I think hits, right?
It's
Another bow slams into your... That's max damage for 10 points. And it is now Felix.
Gonna go for the one that's close to me behind the tree here and bite him.
As you skitter around the tree, the guy looks up at you, waiting for it. He doesn't seem to flinch or shudder in any way.
God damn it, a 10.
Unfortunately, not good enough. As he
That's all I wrote.
draws a long sword out in response. Warrior A and C are next. Let's do C first, since he's in melee range. Who will do an X pattern attack with his blade, two-handed. A 16 and a 14.
Both hit.
Really? Both hit?
AC's 14.
Damn, dude. Let's see here. First one stings you for 9 points. The second one stings you for 14. So that is 23. Holy fuck. 23 in total, gashing at your legs and carapace.
these guys should have gone into melee a long time ago.
But I have the resistance cast on me, so I have
True.
resistance against slashing, bludgeoning, and piercing. So that's half.
Beautiful, beautiful. A is going to try to shoot Wrath twice with his longbow. That's a 18, I believe is a miss.
Miss. Yeah, just bounces off the reinforced plate.
12 is also misses. These keep on pelting you, maybe giving you a slight scratch. Flea, you're up.
5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35. Would I be able to see the guy getting attacked by the giant frickin' spider?
Yeah, he pulled out his sword. I mean, he's using the tree as much cover as possible. I'll just give you a -2 since he's technically standing up and fighting now. But he is actively trying to use as much cover as possible.
-2 is a 12, so that
12
hit.
is not going to do it, unfortunately.
That will, unfortunately, be the end of my turn, because I don't think I can do anything else.
Lynn, you're up.
One's going to come out the same side. And can I also get a disadvantage attack? Or like a minus attack on the
-2.
C?
-2. I would say in the next round of melee combat, he's probably going to move out and try to fight more defensively. So yeah, so -2 for this one, and the next will be good.
Alright, we're going to send a firebolt.
Get it?
So
Ooh,
23 or 21.
that might hit. Yeah, absolutely.
for 7 points of damage.
7 points. Collides into his shoulder, barely phasing him. Would that be your turn?
Gonna drop back in. I'm gonna be like, I think there can't be much more left.
Penitence, you're up.
All right. She is going to kind of wander herself. $15, $20, $25, $30. Okay. Yeah, she's gonna dash just so she can get out of it.
Okay.
And then she has eyes, and then that's it.
Beautiful. Soraka, followed by Wrath.
All right. Popping out here. Holy shit! There's two people next to me. Do either of them look messed up? I think Fleet looks messed up, right?
Flint took a hit.
Oh.
Flint took a
Alright,
hit too, it looks like.
I can't see
he's
Flint though.
inside, never mind.
Yeah.
And
Alright, I'll
for the
pump.
record, Wrath also seems dinged up as well.
Does Penitence look messed up?
I'm
I
all
think-
right for right now.
How far away is?
I mean, Wrath is alright, but
He's 60 feet away. That's a bit far. All right, I'm gonna pump a. Flea's really hurt.
Yeah.
All right, level 2 cure wounds into Flea.
Oh wow, Flea is really hurt. Look at that.
Yeah, the crit really did damage.
I remember he got crit, so that's. All right, so you get 21 points of healing,
Fucking shit, man.
and
I'm back in the.
penitence you'll get 7,
Cool.
and back in the fog cloud.
That's fucking insane, dude. Fucking insane. Alright.
That's yeah, I'm good.
Wrath, you're up.
Portable
Alright.
fortress healing machine.
can I fit right there?
Please hold. Technically, that's hit. That's Bellix's, but I'll give you. Yeah, that's right. That's perfect.
All right, cool.
If you hold tab down, you should be able to see the grid below you.
It doesn't work. I'm holding tab down and I can't see the grid.
Maybe it's the GM thing.
Probably. But Wrath
Well,
is gonna
I'm-
punch this sumbitch.
Get it?
I was supposed to also say I'm 2 sizes larger than him currently, technically, so he should be able to stand under me.
I'm not saying he can't pass through you, but I mean, really? All right, fine. Here you go.
Oh no! I
No,
was,
I'm fine with, I have enough movement to stand on the other side.
Oh,
Like,
okay.
It's fine.
Make your attacks.
21 to hit.
Yes. As you seem to collide right into his shoulder piece.
That'll be 6 damage from the first hit.
So let's see.
16 to hit.
16 dings off his armor.
All right. Well, the first hit made it through. That's what counts. And so he has disadvantage if he attacks anybody other than Wrath.
You got it.
And for giggles and shits and gigs, Wrath is going to cast Expeditious Retreat on himself. So that way he can dash as a bonus action.
Beautiful.
It's a bonus action to cast it.
Awesome. Would that be your turn?
Yes, sir.
Right. I already rolled a longbow attack on the guy across the way on the big giant spider. He missed both attacks. Whereas the melee combatant is going for Wrath. That is a 24 to hit. And a
That
13
actually
to hit.
hits. The 13 Wrath deflects with his gauntleted hand, but the 24 slips through.
Only a mere 12 points of damage slides into your exterior. Flea, you're up.
Do we skip spider?
yeah, we skipped spider.
Oh, my Bellix, I hit the forward button twice. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Going to use a burn a spell slot as a bonus action to heal 1d8 real quick.
Okay.
That's going to heal for 6. One. And then I'm going to go for a bite on the dude in front.
Get it.
God damn it, another 10. I can't roll higher than a fucking 5.
Unfortunately, not enough as your mandibles slide off metal and plate. Would that be your turn?
Yep.
Matt,
now
we're
it's
being
like-
great meat shields.
You are. You're actually doing your rolls. You're fine. Now you're up, Flea.
Steady aim, shoot.
Yep. At this point, he's out in the open and focusing on
14?
melee combat. 14 is not enough as it chinks off his armor.
Fuck it, inspo.
Go for it. So once again, just
How about a
keep
crit?
no, not enough. Important, yes. Okay.
Isn't this the one that crit against you too?
No.
No, that
So
was- that
20
was the other guy.
damage, 5 poison, and 16 sneak attack.
36 plus 5
Fucking hell.
is
41.
41. Your bolt slides between his back shoulder blades as he falls to his knees and face first into the dirt in front of Wrath.
Fucking die already.
God damn.
That was a hell of a shot. Would that be your turn?
That'll be it.
Awesome. He's dead. He's dead. Flynn, you're up.
When I crit, it does damage. When I miss, it sucks.
I'll tell you
So
what.
going
I've
to-
seen a hell of a spike in your performance since you hit level 5. By the way, Flea.
It's all because of the freaking archery from Fighter.
Blaine's just going to move 30 feet to the very edge, and that's going to be his. And actually, no, we'll cast Mage Armor as well.
Okay, you got it.
Yeah,
Penitence, you're up, followed by Soraka.
All right. So we just have this one guy who's over here in the woods, right?
There's
There's
technically two. Warrior A and Warrior
Out of
B.
character, you know of one.
Okay. I'm gonna.
Oh, in character, you know of one. Out of character, there's 2. Revert.
We're just gonna move to right there for right now.
You got it, sir. Soraka, you're up.
All right, I am popping out, and is anybody injured?
I think it was Wrath last time.
Yeah, that is a little hurt.
Fighter might be a little hurt, and Penance. And Flynn, but Flynn doesn't leave the circle.
Let's. I don't think I'll be able to make their movement. So healing word to Wrath,
Alright.
level 1. Boom. So you get 13 points. And Bellix, you will get 5. And I'm moving back in.
Got it. Wrath, you're up.
Alright. Wrath is going to move. So I can duck underneath the spider just for my movement, or do I have to go around it? Just
You can go
clarification. I'm
You
fine
have
with either one.
friendlies. You could always pass through friendly squares. Most
Alright,
cases,
cool.
you can't stay within them.
He's going to bonus action dash. And then he is going to, you know what? He's going to action dash to this sumbitch.
Okay.
That gets me closer to him.
Sure.
He's got a big ass robot that weighs like 500 pounds just hoofing it 90 feet.
Would that be your turn?
Yeah, that'll be my turn.
All right, Bellix, you're up.
Wait, did we skip the other guy over here?
Did we?
He?
Let's just say he didn't shoot this round. Bellix, you're up.
Oh, sorry, my bad. I'm just going to go to bite this dude.
Dude's dead.
I got a 18.
Matt, the dude
Yeah,
trying to bite
he's
is
dead.
Matt, you attack the darkness.
My bad, sorry. I completely missed that. I was reading something.
Yep.
Okay, I guess I'll just go Scrabble. I'll just do a dash to get over there to him. So 60 feet of movement.
All right. Would that be your turn?
Yeah, that'll be it.
Right. You acknowledge that no shots were fired this round. Flea, you're up.
20, 25, 30, 35. I'm going to bonus action dash, and I'm going to stay right here.
Got it,
That'll
sir.
be my turn.
Flynn, Penitence, Soraka, and Wrath. I'm just going to cut to the chase. There doesn't seem to be any more arrows flying in your general direction. You're welcome to use this round of combat to do something that you wish, although it seems as if, no shots were fired.
I'm going to dismiss the fog cloud. Lose
Okay.
concentration on it.
Yeah,
Yeah, I'm
that's
just,
cool. Sorry, go ahead.
yeah, I'm just going to shoot a firebolt out to the rock and brush area where that guy was always been, just to kind of...
Absolutely. You fire a firebolt and birds fly out of the tree nearby.
Penitence is going to kind of collapse to her knees and shivering, like she's afraid, like it was a little too exhilarating for her.
Absolutely. You do so and lose your fucking mind. And Soraka, as you go over to Penitence, you kneel down, put a hand on her shoulder.
Are you hurt?
No, I don't like fighting.
Hang in there. Is that the last of them?
I believe it's all cleared. There's not been any more shots. They've all left, I think. And Wrath goes over to where Joy had been destroyed and picks up the because there's actually a gem, and I'd subtracted it from my gold before I started, 100 gold worth. There's a large sapphire that was at her heart, because that's where the infusion, the arcane energy is stored. He picks that up, and like some of the metal. I've got a chest for tonight, and goes back to the cart.
You absolutely do so. Bellix, I assume you go back into human form? Bellix?
Matt,
Sorry, say again?
I
Did you
assume
go back into
go
human
back
form?
Human form?
Oh, no, it's like with the disappearance of the one dude, you're just going to have a spider pissed off, like swiping at branches for a little bit before coming back and then switching back to human form.
Absolutely. You cut back some of the brush, revealing no signs of these individuals that were firing upon you. And as you guys collect your thoughts and gather your shit, we unfortunately must end at that point in time, guys. So yeah, same bat time, same fucking bat channel. Got to meet some cool demon dude. Yeah, guys, cool. Any questions before we wrap up this evening?
Flynn, what the hell was that?
I'm working on it.
Working on what?
I don't know yet.
Awesome.
Well, I can safely say that I'm not getting those those bolts back. I will, however, get these two over here.
Yeah, you pull them out. Perfectly fine with that. Makes sense.
I'm gonna say no, just for flavor-wise. The one on the demon all lit up in flame when the fireball hit,
Okay.
and I collected the two that were shot at this guy and the one that missed. Can I loot his body at all?
You're welcome to search. There is nothing on him outside of the armor he was wearing, which is I'll tell you right now. He has a long sword. The long sword is it's not crude. It looks good. He does have a shield on him, a kite shield. Seems to be very heavy. Also plate armor, which also appears to be very heavy. But the plate is not symmetrical. It's almost like as if it was like welded pieces of metal together, basically, kind of plate armor.
So,
Oh,
four.
and he's got a long bow as well.
And I'm guessing a quiver too.
Yeah, and he probably fired like 8 shots this round ish. So let's just say there's 10 arrows left.
That's perfectly fine with me. I was gonna go with that.
Could Wrath examine the sword and like the armor to like study the metalwork of it? You see, he's a blacksmith.
Yeah, no, that's fine. It's your trade skill. This seems to be like literally welded chunks of metal together. The metal looks to be pounded, as if it was milled in a very crude environment, like I'm gonna say like a volcano. That sounds stupid, I know, but you know what I mean. Like the differences between being in an actual shop versus an act of flowing, kind of in the open, kind of crude metal melted together, kind of welding. The sword is also
Balrog came
pounded
from
out.
Mordor,
And
from the
sword,
fires of Mount Doom.
and the sword itself, it is pounded out, but it's nice. The sword's made. It appears to you that the sword may have come from somewhere else.
I would like to swap out that sword for the shitty one I have.
It's a long sword if you're looking to swap it out. So,
I was hoping it was a longsword +1.
it's definitely not a +1. It's definitely just a regular old longsword.
Oh.
All right, guys. Unfortunately, I got something to take care of here 5 minutes ago, so I'm gonna get a dip in here. Unless you guys have any follow-up questions.
I'm good.
Nope.
I'm all right.
All right, beautiful guys. Hopefully, we can actually do what I write going forward. That would be really sweet.
No.
Hey, I told you there was a chance we would be going back to Ashwood.
I had that part written out, but yeah, well, we'll get to it. Anyway,
He
guys.
expected us to go to the Holy Empire first and then to Ashwood.
Yeah, well, that's all right. It is what it is. But nevertheless, guys, I appreciate, and I'll catch you guys on the flip. I don't mean to cut and run so quick, but if you have any questions, feel free to ping me. And thanks again for playing. Toodaloo.
Yeah.
All right.